Mic's going live. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hello world, how are you? I hope that you're well. Chrissy Darling and myself, Joe Ryder, Urel the third, not to be mistaken for Urel the second from the Bronx. We hope that you are well. That's all that is important to us, is that you are well. Now listen, we have an important announcement to make to you tonight.
Are we live?
We are live.
I was doing my lottery numbers on.
I apologise for the unprofessional nature of my co-host here, Chrissy Darling. He is a bag of shite.
Thank you.
It's all right, darling. I do love you though.
Lesbian.
I am a lesbian in a man's body. How are you? I hope that you're well. We have a very, very, very special announcement to make tonight. At this point in the proceedings, we're gonna forget what's going on with Brexit. We're gonna forget what's going on with Boris and Nigel and Jacob Rees fucking
Smog. What's his name?
Smog. Jacob Rees Smog. And we are going to I'm going to move it over to Chrissy Darling, my co-host here, and he has a certain announcement that he can't potentially make at this moment, but I'm sure that he will give you more details as we progress. Chrissy Darling.
Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. Well, listen, ladies and gents, we have a special announcement coming up, but we're not allowed. We're on tenterhooks. Notice I said tenter and not tender, because they're two different things. I know this. So we're getting verification of this as we speak. What was that? And what was his initials?
I think it's Martin Smith.
Martin Smith.
Is it Martin Smith?
We're getting Nigel. Put down that chick butty and speak to me. Oh, listen, it's coming through. It's coming through.
No. Are you all right? Are you, get a drink. Get a drink. Get a drink.
Spirits.
A bit of spirits. Well, listen.
Lethal South Griffiths.
We are in a privileged situation here because we have got some inside information.
Oh, informazione.
Have we not?
Oh, wait, listen.
Touch.
What kind of touch?
Touch.
Oh, okay. Yes, we've got some information. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. We've got some information, and if it comes to fruition, we are going to have a fabulous time somewhere. I can't say where up north somewhere.
If I mentioned to our viewing public,
Oh yes.
Chrissy, can I take you back to a time? Can I take you back to a time? Can I possibly?
Well, you can try, but the only problem is
What's
I'm
that?
only 22.
Well, can I take you back to a time when you and I first met? Where did we first meet?
We met on Anal Treat.
We did indeed. Anal treats.
Anal Treats.
Which some genius came up with the idea of
Oh, yes.
ruling out the seat on Canal Street.
Oh yes.
We met on Canal Street, and were you not working outside a certain bar?
Yeah, well, yes, but don't get me mixed up with what's her name?
No. What was the name? Oh God, I can't remember.
Gail.
Gail Platt.
No. That bitch from down the road. What was her name?
I had only Joel and Arel. This is an interesting story, so pay attention. I'd only just come out. I hadn't even really come out at this point, but
What are you about? You come out in 1989.
there you go. Well, I hadn't really. I went down Canal Street and I stood outside a certain bar, and it was called Quay. Now, if I'm not mistaken, were you or were you not the absolute king stroke queen? I have to say that because I can't bear gays. Joel, pay attention to
Excuse
this. Can't bear gays that say she.
Why?
Because I just can't.
It's
Chrissy.
just a pronoun.
I don't give a fuck. I
Well,
can't bear.
can I just say,
You can say whatever you
if
fucking
I'm
want.
tossing around in fucking 6-inch heels and ooh, that sounds like Nigel, and you call me he, I'll be like, where's my fucking handbag?
I don't do that fucking.
Okay.
She said, because I
Okay,
immediately
say
start.
Z.
I start looking for a female the moment someone says she.
Huh?
Anyway,
Well, excuse me. Can you tell the difference between me and Marilyn Monroe? Okay, you can. I'm just saying though, you might not be able to.
I can't bear. Anyway,
Hi, Matthew
one
Burkett.
day have.
Bradford.
Who's this?
Matthew
Callum,
Burkett.
you bad. Callum, you bad. Callum, you are fucking bad.
Oh.
You are bad. You're bad, bro.
Oh.
I have seen footage of you, Callum. Should we not talk about it?
No.
Let's not talk about it right now. Callum, we'll talk about this later.
Yeah.
Gary Bailey helps you too well.
Gary, I
Oh.
love you, but I'm going to come and see you tomorrow. I'm going to talk about these speakers. But anyway, we'll come back to
What?
this.
Richard Beebe says hello, guys.
Richard Beebe! Hey! How you doing, brother?
Oh,
Nice to see
Richard Bieber.
Melon
Oh.
Going home from Wales.
Who?
Oh,
Tell me that.
yeah. Listen, we'll talk about that later. Listen, Mel. We'll talk about this later. I want to know how
No,
you.
Mel, your Mel.
My Mel.
Yeah. Where's she going from? She's going from Wales.
She be in
She's
Wales.
going home from Wales.
She look.
Is she on the run?
Sorry, I'm being distracted. I'm being distracted by our producer Joel here, who is doing
Just on the
stretching behind the fucking light.
Joel, pull your pants up.
Joel, put
Oh my
that
God.
away. Put it away.
Sorry.
Put
Joel.
it away.
Listen,
you
listen,
fucking
this is Joel just
dick.
earlier. Guess what he got out?
No, it was like.
Oh, that was all right.
Oh, look at Joel all offended there. He went like this. It really did.
Yeah.
Nothing
Right.
worse. Anyone watching this knows Joel Ryder. It was really. Well, he wasn't.
No.
He wasn't.
Oh yes. Oh yeah. Oh yes, it was, darling.
No, he wasn't.
That was the special
It was more sort of like.
Well,
Really?
I'm not one to gossip, but,
Really, Joel?
but seriously, it is.
I'm not too sure about this, Chris.
I am.
Well, I don't know.
Hang on.
Anyway, Chris, shut it. Listen, fucking we digress. Listen, folks. We have got a fucking important announcement to make today. And we can't make it quite yet because we're waiting on our... Here's the thing. Here's the thing. No bullshit involved here, folks. Here's the thing. I'm going to take you back. Zoe Calland, babe. Zoe Calland described a certain venue in such an absolutely perfect manner that I want to go back, if I can. Let me have a quick look and see if I can find it. Because, Chris, can you take over at this point? I need to...
Well, can I just say one of the best quotes I ever heard about
Go on.
Essential was from Mad Pat. Now, if you don't know who Mad Pat is, Mad Pat lives up to her name. She's fucking mad. Oh, we fucking love
She's
Mad
not
Pat.
mad at all. She's fucking totally sharp as a razor, but I fucking love
Yes,
Mad Pat.
so she was dancing. She was dancing on a podium in Morning Glory, and I was like, "Do you know when you're talking about things?" And you go, and she goes, "Well, like one of the aims of the night is so I don't end up like smelling of shit."
No.
Listen, that's what she said.
No, Mad Pat. Here's Mad Pat.
Mad Pat off her twat.
No, Mad Pat used to do it. Mad Pat used to walk. Mad Pat, right?
Manchester boys. Go on.
I'm telling Joel and Narelle. Mad Pat in Studio 54, yeah? Studio 54, if you ever know anything about Studio 54, you'll know.
Look at that.
You'll know.
Hi.
You'll know. In that story, there was a lady in there. She was slightly not
Careful.
massively older, but she was slightly older than the sort of normal people who went in there. But she used to ride around on roller skates, and everyone knew her. She was a character. She was a character, yeah. She was a huge character in Studio 54, and everyone went there to see Roller Lady, I think she was called. Mad Pat was our own version of that in Manchester. She was
more.
Oh, she was fucking
You know why
bammo.
she ruled.
Are you fucking joking me? She fucking owned the place. She was 60 years of age, right? Mad Pat. Listen, Pat won't mind me saying that. Pat, if you do, babe, you know that she won't. She, because I say that, Chris,
Yeah.
because there'd be people in that club, yeah?
Yeah.
There'd be, because the thing about this certain club that we're going to talk about in a bit,
Good evening, Karen.
this club, she would be in there from a Thursday or a Friday.
Yeah.
She'd be there on a Sunday afternoon.
Another theory.
on a Sunday afternoon, right?
On a Sunday
Walking up to
afternoon.
people, yeah, in a looking fierce as fuck, boys and girls. Let me tell you, she looked fucking fierce. And she'd come up to them and she'd walk up to these fucking young fucking upstarts who just suddenly started taking drugs and gone out to clubs thinking that they were it. Thinking that they were so clever and so cool. And she'd walk up to them when they were sat there in a corner like this. And she'd come up to them and she'd go, nobody said it was gonna be. What was it?
Oh, nobody said it was going to be.
Nobody said it was.
Going to be not nice.
No.
Gonna be, oh,
She'd come up dancing her fucking ass off. 4 days in,
pretty
yeah?
or something like that.
Yes,
Yeah.
it was. She'd come up and she'd go, nobody said it was going to be pretty. 4 days in, dancing her fucking ass off. This is the place we're talking about. This place was 4 stories high, right? This place was a place that people would get buses from fucking London.
Hi, Giuseppe.
London! Did hire a fucking minibus in London to get up to Manchester to come.
I
to
should think
this-
so, Mr. Wheeler. You pause that Pornhub for us.
To come to this club.
Oh, yes.
And this club would be a club that you have to queue up outside to get the fuck in, yeah? And I'm talking queue up. It's not only a small queue, boys and girls.
Oh, no.
There is a queue that went fucking 1/4 of a mile long to get in. And there'd be someone stood at the gates of this club, would there be not?
Yeah.
There'd be him
Thank
stood
you.
there. There'd be John Deadman.
No. There was just me.
All right.
Forget-
it was just him.
Forget John Deadman, that old witch. Forget Tom.
Right.
What's his name? Tom, you're Tom, my Tom.
Tom Godwin, my fucking blessed
No,
nightmare.
it was me. Me. Can I just tell you something as well? For the first 7 years working at Essential,
You can't be giving shit
Oh.
away at this
can
point.
I just say, John Deadman, Tom, you can. But anyway, that's not what we're on about. I'm just saying we're on about our experiences in London in Manchester rather when we first met,
Fucking
which is on Canal
Manchester.
Street. Well, did you know? No, I can't because I'm just getting myself.
No, can I take over? Can I take over?
No, go on then.
At this point in time, there was a club in Manchester. Now, I'd only just come out. One night, right, I felt...
Yeah, Mr. Wheeler, it is like watching Coronation Street. And do you know what? Look at the stair to your front step. Sorry, go on.
I'd only just come out. One night, follow me, folks. Look at me close there.
Come to me, child of Satan, come to
Watch
me.
me. I'd only just come out, right? And one night, off my head on drugs, I felt the confidence to stand in this queue for a gay club.
Yes, dear sir.
Now, this already has gone fucking 10 times further than any step I'd ever made before as regards fucking, But I was off my head on drugs, I felt very confident, and I stood in a queue. I stood in a queue.
Told me you was on Lucasade.
And I stood in this queue, and I waited 25 to 30 minutes in this queue as it got closer and closer towards the door, because it's a big queue for this club, let me tell you. And I'm stood in this queue again. I finally gets right to the point where I'm at the point where I'm about to
Hi,
wait.
Kenzie, I'm fine, thank you.
And all of a sudden, this guy points at me and he goes, "You're not coming in." So I looked at him, right? I
Yeah.
looked at him and I went, "What do you mean?" He went, "It's not your kind of club, mate." So I said, but it is. He went, "You're not gay."
It has, Kenzie.
So at this point, I attempt to do the most pathetic attempt at a gay voice I have ever done in my entire life. And I sounded like fucking Bruce Forsyth.
Nice to see you.
To see you, nice!
All right, my lad.
Freeze! I turns round to the guy on the door that happened to be John Deadman. And
Yeah.
John, you have lived with this forever.
Yeah.
I've reminded you of this a
Well,
thousand
have ya?
times. He says to me, he goes, "You're not coming in, mate. You're not gay." I went, "But I am!" Right? First time in my life I've ever actually said those words, folks.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, this club was called Essential. Essential was a club that a guy called Nigel Martin
Who's
Smith.
that again? That name again?
It was called Essential.
No, what was his name again?
He was called Nigel Martin
Oh,
Smith.
with MMS.
No, not MMS, NMS. Nigel
What's your
Martin.
impression of Nigel?
Nigel
What's your
Martin.
impression of Nigel?
Do your impression, Nigel.
What you like? What you know.
This club, my friends, as anyone that's watching this that knows what I'm talking about, it owned the world at this point. Let me tell you something.
Can I just say something?
Go on, please do.
Kenzie Kilpatrick. Yes, I sent you a birthday. Was it a Christmas card 10 years ago? I'm just saying. 10 years ago. I'll give you one any time.
Oh, listen.
No, listen.
Fucking sort your fucking head out, dickhead.
Can I just say, Kenzie is a good Christian
I
man.
couldn't give a fuck who Kenzie is.
What are you on about?
Fucking Kenzie. Kenzie, just bore off for a minute.
Yeah,
you
well,
bore off for a minute.
Kenzie, just ignore him.
Fucking, sorry.
Kenzie, I will give you one any time.
Kenzie, brother, I don't mean that in a rude way, but he is just so driven by his fucking hormones, it's scary.
Anyway, as I was saying, he's a good Christian man who's married with 4 kids.
And as I was
So
saying,
what are you going on
I
about?
don't want to, before I go any further,
Yes.
I want to try and
Hi,
explain.
Declan. Hi, Gary Jordan.
Hiya, Declan, how you doing, brother? Hiya, Gary. This place in Manchester was called Essential. Now, folks, listen to me. Listen to me. This is an important place and it's an important moment in time. Would you not agree?
One moment in time.
I met my brother here. Come here.
Get off your letter. Me too.
I met my brother here that first night. And I...
Bell said that
Yeah,
his mom is listening, Lee, so think of what you say.
Yes.
Who said that?
Gary Bailey. His mom is
Oh,
listening.
his mum
to
is...
you.
Oh my God, right.
So think about what you say.
Breaking news.
Shine a light. Well, Gary, I'll be watching. We'll come back to this because that's important. We've got breaking news here, folks. I want to keep
Thank you, Gary, for
I want to keep my
saying
friend.
Okay. No, as long as you know.
I want to keep my friend. Keep that.
Who was those guys?
Essential nightclub in Manchester was basically an offshoot of a guy called Nigel Martin Smith. Now, Nigel Martin Smith was the manager of Take That. Well, not the manager, he was the creator of Take That. Take That.
Yeah. Do you know what? Take fucking this. Can I just say, you are no Gary Barlow.
I'm not.
Do you know why I say that?
Why
Because
is
he
that?
helped me out the toilet once. Did you know that?
And you know Gary Barlow? You know why I know Gary Barlow? Because he's a big fat knobhead who can't dance and writes shit songs and he's a bell end. But that's just my opinion, folks. It's not his, and it's not Joe's, and it's not Earl the Third. It's not the second bit Earl the Second.
Could it be magic? Come.
That's not what it is. That's the Bee Gees.
Come. He sang it.
It's the Bee Gees.
They sang it.
It's the Bee Gees.
Donna Summer
It's
sang
the
it.
Bee Gees.
Did he sing it?
It's the Bee Gees.
Did they sing it?
It's the Bee Gees.
Did they sing it?
Bee Gees.
People out there did take
They're
that sing.
fucking Bee Gees.
Could it be magic?
Joe, could you do me a favour, brother? Could you
Yeah.
possibly pull up an image of the place that I am talking about, because it's going to become very, 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 very important as this.
Would you like
as
an
this-
image of the venue?
An image of the venue and images of certain things that I'm going to talk about, because I entered this club. I managed to get past John Deadman, the doorman.
Lee? Do I look like I've had a stroke?
But I always do anyway, so it's all right.
Oh. Esmeralda.
He's still on that club.
Is it on?
It's not open.
They closed down.
Well, John Deadman, yes, that old
Oh,
witch
I
on the
saw
door.
Please do. No, he wasn't an old.
Yeah, he was an old witch.
He's
And
my
I'll tell you
fucking
why.
friend
I'll
and
tell
I
you
love
why.
him.
Yeah, and I worked with him for 10 years.
Yeah, but I love him.
He was an old witch on the door.
I
and-
love him. He wasn't a witch on the door.
and-
He won't let me in. He's a
and-
cunt. He's a total cunt. I love him.
And
Go on.
he had the world's supply of vodka on him. Did you know that?
I need to get Zoe Callan's fucking. I need to get Zoe Callan's
Did you know
description of this. I need to find Zoe Callan's description.
Vodka. He had lots of it.
Zoe Callan wrote a description.
Who?
Zoe Callan wrote a description.
Calendar. Calendar.
Can you find it?
I can't see. I haven't got my glasses. Not that I need glasses. I'm only 28. When I worked at Essential, I was only 8. Did you know that?
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm
yes.
not too sure. I'm not.
Yes.
I'm not too sure about this, but.
Yeah. That's it.
Now this, my friends, is Essential Nightclub. This
What
is
road
the
is it
place.
on?
This is this. It was on. Is
Go
fucking-
on, what road is it on?
Go on. Go on.
Begins with M.
Minshull Street.
Yeah.
Oh! This place ruled the fucking roost, and do you know why? Joe, would you like to know why?
Why?
Arel, would you like to know why?
Why?
Which one was it?
I'll tell you fucking why, because it was the only place to fucking be, and do you know why? Ask me why.
Let
Why?
it be.
Ask me
Let
why.
it
Where is
be. Let it
Angela
be,
Bain
let
said
it
that
be.
the best thing about Essential was Chrissy Darling and the lollipops.
Oh God, yes. Oh yes. What about the vodka in my bag? No.
Have we shared this to Essential? So because Joel, our producer, my good friend, can we possibly place up the place that people need to go to reference anything that we're going to speak about tonight? Please.
Yes, we can.
Because we're going to speak about some things tonight, and we're going to hold it, folks, because we might have seriously, we got an announcement to make to you that you're going to fucking love. How are you going to love this?
Well, can I just say, Giuseppe?
Sorry, Chris.
Yeah, Oh, what's happened there? Giuseppe, you don't need a card because I'm here. And do you know what? Fantastic about your remission of cancer. Absolutely fantastic.
All right, well,
yes? Right. And Jonathan Booker, come and see me, man. You listen, I knew you from the 90s, man. So you come and see me.
You went live in the 90s, were you?
No, it was my spirit brother.
Spirit brother.
Sorry, my spirit non-binary relation.
But in the meantime, boys,
Is this the page you're on about?
can you show me, Joel?
What's this?
Can you go down a little bit? Essential forever, a moment in time.
Essential forever.
This is the folks.
I'll
If
be
you can
waiting.
save this page right now, if you can say exactly, there you go. But
But you have to spell it out. Show me
stay
the
to the
name.
end of this broadcast, and you will see that this is worth noting because this is the page you need to go to, folks. Because
Why'd you go to the
post,
picture I'm not on? Oh, look at.
Shut it, I'm talking.
Yeah, you talk louder. Go on. There, look. Look. Look, what's his name?
You're
Look.
all over
Market
it.
Street Mincer. Who remembers the Market Street Mincer from Manchester?
Oh, look at us there.
The
look,
Door
there's
Dolls.
me and you,
Oh, it's me and you. In 1832.
That wasn't 1832. That was that.
Oh, that's Fat
look
Tony's
at-
party.
look
That
at
was some.
this.
Oh, you cheeky cow.
But thank you, Joel. Thank you very much, Joel. So, essential forever, a moment in time. Can you please take a note of that?
Oh, look, me
And
and
please
Gary Bar-
sign yourself up to this page because I'll tell you why, boys. If you can all just be quiet for a minute.
We are.
You know what they need there?
What's that?
A good photographer.
Yes.
They do
well,
indeed, and Joe Ryder might be the
do you know
person
who
that
the
they need.
photographer is or was? I can't remember the name. Very famous drag queen now in Manchester. They were the photographer. But if you go to the top of the page or the group, so people can see the name because it's
Essential forever, a
number
moment
4,
in
essential
time.
number 4 ever.
Yeah, Joe, can you
moment
is
in
there any way
time.
that in your genius that you are, can make people clear of this page because they're going to need to know about this page because what we're going to be talking about later in the broadcast, this page is where it's going to come from. So, imagine if you will, folks, a building where you have 4 floors and you've got every kind of gay in there that you can possibly imagine. No, but not in a bad way. Not in a bad way. I'm talking.
You can't talk where he works.
No, not. It didn't matter where it works.
Why you close down?
It closed down simply because the whole of the fucking gay community closed down.
Right.
Grindr came available, and
We could go into that one.
we could go into it.
Thank you, Andrew Mark Keeley. He shared the Facebook group Essential.
Thank you,
Thank you, darling.
Andrew. Thank you very much, brother. Thank you, because here's the thing. It was the most exciting. It was the most invigorating. It was the most. It was a place that you went to and you just didn't want to leave. And when you had to leave, you were devastated about this.
And you didn't.
But most importantly, Chrissy Mark, this place was a place that Manchester owned. It was like the hacienda of the gay community. It was the place that the rest of the world at that time, you had people in the...
Well, can I say something?
Please do.
Okay, so a lot of people not mix up, because they were more or less the same thing, Essential and Queer Bar. Because they were so symbiotic with each other.
Oh my God, can you spell that?
No, I don't normally say words I can't spell.
You really meant.
But anyway, so the claim to fame for Queer Bar was that because they had such great lighting outside, and I mean great lighting, like you don't get outside a club, and the railings outside. Well, you don't. Name a club where you get good lighting outside on the door.
When you say good lighting, do you mean
Good lighting for photographs and good lighting for videos back in the noughties. So it had like lights on you. So I used to do the pictures outside, used to do the videos outside Queer Bar on Canal Street, and those railings became famous all over the LGBTQIA plus world.
Fuck off. LGBT end.
Why?
LGBT plus Q plus?
And the online.
LGBT.
Yeah, but why just the end?
Over.
That's it.
Listen, there's a lot of people out there who would stop at just gay liberation.
I'd be cool with that.
That's hooray for you.
As a gay man, you would.
I say LGBTQIA+.
But as a trans person,
Right.
as a queer person,
Define queer to me. Define queer to me.
queer. Chrissy? Define
No.
queer.
You define queer
No,
to
it's
me.
not him. No, listen, you can't tell
not
him,
me.
ask him to do it because
I'm-
it's part of the spectrum
No,
now.
it's not. Shut the fuck up.
Listen,
LGBT. Over.
No, Lee, it is part of the spectrum.
That's it.
LGBTQ is part of the Q. Is part
Where's
of
the Q? I'm offended by the Q, so now becomes part of
Can I just say
an
that's
argument.
insane.
I'm offended by Q. I don't like to be
You're
called.
offended.
I don't like to be called a queer.
Why can't, no, you're not.
I don't like to be called a
Do you
queer.
like to be called a lesbian?
No.
Because you're not a
L's
lesbian.
in there, brother.
You are
L's
not a
in there.
lesbian.
No, but L's in there.
Some people.
L's in there. Where does the Q
You
come?
said you
Where does the Q come?
at the end of it.
What does it mean?
It means a lot to the people who are.
Who are queer? I find Q offensive. I'm gay, and
Do you
I find
Q, the word
offensive.
or the actual movement, offensive?
I find Q offensive.
This is the definition of queer.
Please do. So read it. Right, okay. Q. Strange. Odd.
Unusual, funny. That is synonym for it.
Exactly. But to define me as strange or odd, you can go and fuck yourself. I'm not strange and I'm not
I
odd.
think it's queer gender.
There you go.
It doesn't matter. The word Q. All right.
Queer is an umbrella term for sexual and gender minorities who are not heterosexual.
There you go.
Right.
Or are not
There you go.
cisgender, originally meaning strange or peculiar.
Yes.
Let's place. Let's place. No. Let's place. I tell you what. Let's put an F in there. Let's whack out an F in there for faggot.
Andrew,
Well,
you
listen.
said that queer was the
F in there for
Why
faggot.
not? Why
I
not?
find that offensive. I find that offensive. Do you?
No.
But I fucking
We're gonna start the
do.
debate
I
in
know.
regards
If
to-
someone says faggot, then they're offensive and they're going to get a fucking broken nose.
Okay, so when Johnny Woo had that track called "What You Talking About,"
I
faggot.
couldn't give a fuck. Faggot, you're talking in an ironic sense.
you're saying
you
that
put
sounds
F in there
offensive.
and you're saying faggot. You put Q in
many
there and
viewers we
you're
got there?
saying queer. You put
80.
So you
LGBT.
don't believe in reclaiming a word?
No, I put LGBT. LGBT. Lesbian, gay, bisexual, and
I
transgender.
remember when people were offended
And you're
by
covering.
gay. I remember when people were offended. The word really offended by the word gay.
I think it's diluted.
Kilroy Silk. They had pretty people.
Kilroy!
Listen! Listen! Kilroy Silk did a show
Watch my table.
every morning. That was the big show.
your table.
And people used to go on there and they used to demonstrate against the word queer. They used to demonstrate against mixed marriages. They used to demonstrate against all things. The word queer or the gay was very offensive once upon a time.
Yeah, but Christian man, you're missing the point.
I'm not missing the point at all.
What does that stand for, brother?
You tell me.
No.
I know.
Lesbian!
Gay,
Lesbian!
bisexual, transgender.
Joe, what does L stand for?
He just said lesbian,
What does G stand for?
gay,
What does B stand for?
bisexual,
What does T?
transsexual.
What have you covered there?
LGBT.
Yeah.
You covered the community of gay people.
However,
However,
now there is queer people.
Yes.
to fucking dilute
There's
the
a
message
whole
is to
new-
fucking extend those letters.
Lee, your mother says stop shouting.
I will stop shouting, but I can't
says-
bear this anymore. I can't bear this idea.
Well, the
those
thing is,
who-
it doesn't-
Yeah,
if you don't accept it, that's fine. But
It's accepting what, though, Chris? How can
You're-
Q be fucking in
Hello,
there?
because a lot of
It's,
people they identify as that.
That's queer.
Yes.
Well, then you're fucking stupid, you daft cunt, and fuck off. Fuck off! Fuck off! I'm not queer. I'm gay.
Can I just say-
was
Well
born.
Can I
well then
just
you're
say,
the G
you're
in the
not.
LGBTQ.
Absolutely.
You aren't. Some people are.
No,
They
queer is
are.
offensive. Queer
To
is an
you.
offensive term.
To you.
Queer is an offensive term.
What the announcement?
If I'm walking down the road,
Yeah.
and someone says to me, "You're a gay boy," I'll go,
Yeah.
"Yes, I fucking well am."
You know-
Or "You're a bisexual," "Yes, I fucking am." "You're a transgender," "Yes, I fucking am."
Yeah.
"You're a fucking
Hello,
lesbian,"
you're not
"Yes, I
transgender.
fucking am." But if someone says to me, "You're a fucking queer," I'll go, "I tell you what, dickhead, get your fucking ass over here and get your fucking ass kicked by a fucking queer." That's what I say to him.
Yeah, but you're
if
not
someone says to me,
transgender.
"If you're a fucking,"
You're not transgender.
you're covered under the
You're
T.
not a lesbian.
You're covered under the L. What do you want?
Hold on. Somebody just commented, or maybe a couple of people just saying this is a great special announcement you're making.
Yeah, right, well,
You know-
listen, the
Angela
special
wants-
announcement is, the special
Come on,
announcement
get
is,
back to the announcement.
we're getting,
Do that.
no, fuck you, I'll fucking get out to the special announcement when I fucking want to, you daft cunt. Fuck off, you don't want to watch it, I'm not asked, I'm not fucking bothered. Fucking switch off, man, I'm not bothered, I don't need your fucking views. I'm fucking telling, just winds me up. Listen, man, the message is getting diluted, it's getting diluted, and it freaks me out. And I don't necessarily, I obviously don't stand for my brother here's fucking
No,
viewpoint.
you don't.
And I don't stand for their viewpoint either. It's mine only. But I've got a big fucking gob. But please stop fucking letting us say this fucking thing. Please. Because it makes the fucking message diluted. And then people don't take notice of it anymore. We are covered under the LGBT fucking banner. Please. You've covered it all. If you want to be known as a fucking dwarf that likes to have fucking shove fucking rifles up his ass,
Little
then
people, not dwarves.
shortly. Anyway, back to essential. Joel.
Your mother says that you're gonna have a plate full of faggots when you come home.
Ha!
I play for a faggot.
Tell him, Lynn.
Well, listen, there's a line in there, but I'm not gonna make it. And it actually refers to fucking. But I'm not going to say it. I'm going to say I play for faggots, and I was going to say something ridiculous like that fucking helps our little fucking love story going on in the corner over here. But it's not going to work, is it?
No.
No, I'm not going to say it because neither of them are faggots. Because the word faggot. All right, put fucking F in there. There you go. Put F in there for
It is,
faggot.
I think.
Or put fucking like bum boy in there. Put a B in there for bum boy. LGBTQ, fucking B, fucking, you name it. Put S in there for shirt lifter. I dare you.
It
And
is.
people... I,
I is in there.
at this point, would like
And
to...
homemade chips.
What?
And
Homemade
homemade
chips.
chips.
Homemade chips.
Yeah.
I will get off my... I'm sorry, boys and girls. And I'm sorry if I told you to fuck off, but fucking balls to it. That's the way it is. Chrissy, what
Anyway,
special
my
announcement
people.
is coming up slowly. Touch. Can't do it, can I? I tried my best. I tried.
No one said life was fair.
It wasn't fair, but listen, I'll tell you what is fair. Melanie Jane Duffin, DJ Aphrodite at Essential Nightclub and Morning Glory and Queer. It is her birthday. I think it's tomorrow. So boys, can we all have a moment's fucking... No. Can we have a moment's silence, please? A moment's silence for Melanie, my Melanie. Can we have a moment's silence?
A moment's
Don't fall.
silence.
A moment's silence.
I will. No, don't you dare say that. I brother, I will launch my fucking self over this desk right now.
You say that for a moment of silence for someone who's...
No, for her birthday because Mel, it's Mel's birthday tomorrow, and let me tell you, Mel, it's her birthday. It's her birthday. She's been fucking snowboarding today. She's not really. She's been windsurfing today in Wales. But Mel, I love you, and it's her birthday, and we're going to be there at weekend, and I can't wait to see you. Mum, I love you. Well, my mate, mwah. Ali started Connors this week. I will shut up now, Chris. I'm going to move it over to you because I want you to talk this week about what's been going on. We're going to come back, folks. We're going to come back.
I'm picking my teeth.
Where you going, Joe?
Move the camera on.
I are.
Yes. Not too close, you asshole. Oh.
Can I just say, Chris, that's a lovely glove. The other one.
Yeah?
What is that the one? What's this? Is this your gym glove?
No, some old fist that gave me
This is a gym glove. Chris, tell us about your gym work.
No. Anyway, so this day in history. Are we doing this day in history?
Do this day in history. Go
Are
on.
we doing
Let's
this
have
day in
it.
history, Joel?
We've got something to tell you, folks. Coming up. I'm talking.
Are you doing births first?
Are we going to do births now?
We can do.
Okay.
Who is dead?
Who is
Who's
dead?
dead?
Well,
Mark Ronson.
Can we just say
I'm
thank you for ruining my fucking act there, fucking Orwell III. That's been mixed up with Orwell II who's from the Bronx. Shut the fuck up, it's me talking. Anyway, I've researched this all fucking week. This bugger here has just come along trying to ruin it for me.
Which one?
You. So anyway, births on this day in history. We've got, do you know, can I just say, I think this man is actually very gorgeous. He's very me. He's very me. Mark Ronson.
I've met him. I have had a
Can I
night.
just say, before you say anything else?
I have had a night with Matt Ronson.
Oh, this wasn't Shoreditch, was it?
No.
Was he nice? Come on, be honest with me.
Ivan Bellows.
Was it,
I-
are me and him going to get married one day? As in, if I like him, is he that kind?
It's not gay.
I did. Listen. 5 pints and he will be. Is he? And me and him. I think he's very sexy.
He's a nice guy. I met him at the Ivan Bellows. Me and George went to Ivan Bellows, and Mark Ronson was there. And me and George and Joe Galliano, who was the editor of the Gay Times, was there.
I know Joe. Yes.
So, yeah, and Joe was a big fan of Matt Ronson. Matt Ronson came outside for a cigarette. I stood there talking to him, so I was like,
Is he tall?
No, he's not that tall.
Okay, well, we're all the same height, lying down.
But he has got a quiff, and
He's got a what?
he's got a quiff for him.
That's what I thought you
And
said.
I said to him at the time, I said, Matt, and I actually did say this to him,
Yeah.
and I think that he might well have not took it the right way, because I think that shortly afterwards he decided to walk away. But I went, Matt, fucking blah blah blah. I'm not going to mention Amy. Blah blah blah. But me,
Amy?
I'm not being funny.
Amy
but-
Turtle from Crossroads.
Amy
Oh, Amy Winehouse, God. Oh, who? Come on, tell us your Amy Winehouse story. Shoreditch House. Come on.
No, I'm not going to do this.
Just briefly.
I'm talking-
Briefly.
I'm talking about
Because
Matt.
it plugs in.
All right. Well, we met Amy Winehouse. Blah blah blah. I've met Amy Winehouse. It's a big deal.
No, you said to her something. What did she say to you?
I said she was a bitch.
Yeah. What did she say?
And she was nice as pie after that.
There you go.
And she was nice
There
as
you
pie.
go. That plugs in really well.
But we met Matt Ronson outside the Ivan Bellows at Grosvenor House on Park Lane.
Oh, darling.
darling.
Oh, darling.
Very true.
I used to live on Park Lane, you know.
Did you?
No, I did in Birmingham.
Absolutely you
I
did.
did in Aston, in Newtown, Birmingham. All you people from Birmingham now, you know what I'm on about, don't you? Park Lane. There you go.
He was a nice guy, not full of himself at all. Very fucking
Would I fancy him?
warm. He's got a pulse, of course, and he's male. You'd fucking fancy him.
Anyway, I do fancy him.
He's a nice guy. Blah blah blah. Matt Ronson is. What's happening with Matt Ronson this week?
It's his birthday.
It's his birthday. Happy birthday,
Yeah.
Matt.
He was born in 9.
Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday to ya.
Anyway, it's his birthday today. Happy birthday, Mark Ronson.
Happy birthday,
No.
Matt Ronson.
The second person whose birthday is
Who's
today.
the second
Now,
person?
this happens all the time with me. I get mixed up with her.
Go on.
Beyonce.
Question.
There you go.
I'm just saying.
So, Beyonce was born in 1981, which was the year after me. Right? Excuse me? Excuse me? Anyway.
It's such
And like I said, normally people get me mixed up with Rihanna, but they're getting mixed up with Beyonce.
Easy mistake to make, Chris. An easy mistake to make, seriously.
Can I just say this ain't a mistake? So anyway, yeah, so it's Beyonce's birthday. Queen Bee. Well, when I say Queen Bee, now I have to say this. You Beyonce fans, don't kill me for this. Little Kim is Queen Bee. Right? Now, Beyonce says she's Queen Bee, but Little Kim is Queen Bee. But, you know, she is the woman of the moment. Anyway,
Chris, contain me. Contain
I'm
me.
containing you.
I need to talk. I need to tell
Watch
people.
my nails! I've just had them done.
I need to tell people the special announcement right now. Can I tell them?
Oh my god!
Can I tell them? Can I tell them right now? Can I tell them?
No.
Oh,
No.
I'll wait a bit.
Do you know
I'll wait,
why?
I'll wait a bit. I'll
I
wait
haven't
a bit.
finished
I'll
yet.
wait a bit. I'll wait a bit. All right,
I've got my
I'll wait
debts
a
to do
bit.
now.
Oh, I'll wait a bit, but it's
I've got
coming,
my
folks.
debts.
It's coming.
So it's Christmas.
It's coming.
Right, I'm going to do the next one now. This still to this day makes me like,
There's another
What?
one.
Huh?
There's more.
There's more of the deaths.
I never got the deaths.
Okay, so I have to say today in history.
I can get it though. Who was it?
No, it doesn't. Joan Rivers.
No.
She died today
Joan
in
Rivers.
2040. Now, can I just say, my heroine, well, apart from Grace Jones.
Are you on heroin? I knew it. I fucking knew it. I
You
fucking
can't
knew.
get-
There had to be a reason for this. There had to be a
You
reason for
can't
this.
get Amy Winehouse out of his head. But anyway,
Are you on
Grace,
heroin? Are you on heroin?
Grace Jones and Bette Midler. But Joan Rivers, even to this day, I listen to nearly every day because she was the funniest person she was.
Tell me one of hers. Tell me one of hers.
What kind?
The leash.
Oh, right. No, for God's sake. I was just going about Vietnamese people. They don't eat dog. They don't eat dog. She went round to her neighbour who was Vietnamese. She answered the door and she had a leash hanging out of her mouth. But anyway, anyway, the point.
Obviously, it's not Joan Rivers.
No, the point with Joan Rivers was that she had to go at everybody.
Yeah,
So black, white, Asian, whatever, doesn't matter. She had to go at you. And but she was just funny. She made everything funny. She joked about 9/11. She joked about everything, and she made people laugh. Now, I actually met her in New York once upon a time, 2002. Oh yes, I
You met her?
I met her.
In New York.
I was watching
Oh my
the Graham Norton show, and she was on it, and she mentioned the fact that she did a comedy clinic at the Fez Club in Lower Manhattan. So I booked a ticket on, this is Friday, and Saturday went out to see her on on Wednesday, and we met her backstage. Me and, oh, that's amazing. Who's
You're on
that?
Colin.
Oh, that's amazing.
Is that Colin Rothman?
Oh, yes, Colin Rothman. Oh, that's amazing. And she was just the best. So anyway, so when she died, when I found out she was ill,
Yes,
she'd gone
she
into a
was
coma,
brilliant. She was brilliant.
and she had some routine treatments on her throat. I was actually quite devastated when she died, and even to this day,
I was, to be honest. I was.
Yeah, she was just funny.
I was. George.
And
And it was a
yes,
sense-
you can tell about your George.
Well, my George.
Yes.
He worked with Joan Rivers because he was a stage manager, right? And so he
Yes.
worked, and he said he worked with her on a couple of shows, but he was a big fan of Joan Rivers as well. And he said that he was working with her, and he said the thing about her was, he said that when the camera wasn't on her,
Yeah.
that she was that she was she was very she was just like a very fragile old sort of Jewish lady, if you know what I mean. She was very fragile, and she was she was sort of bent down like this and crooked, and he said, but the moment that the camera was due to go on, they had a countdown, like 5, 4, and she'd look at the camera and she'd go, and she'd immediately just sort of move into stance like this, and she'd immediately just switch it on like this. He said she was fucking amazing. He said she went
was
from,
what?
She went from being like this frail old Jewish lady into this fucking hardcore, you're on the wrong side of me, and only food from this side, and she was hardcore. Thank you very much for that. Joan Rivers, God bless you. You were a fucking, you're one and all. And do you know what? She didn't need to fucking die the way
No,
she
I was
No,
going to
she
say, it's
didn't.
such a senseless death.
Yes. Because,
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. I mean, but look, I mean, she did look amazing when she died, so she died the way she wanted to. Looking amazing. So,
I just say to our sponsors out there, oh, we love the taste of Diet Coca-Cola.
I hate it. I hate it. I do.
You're
I hate
drinking
it. I know. But if it was pure orange.
But anyway, can I just say to Joan Rivers,
To Joan Rivers. To Essential Nightclub.
to Essential Night with Joan Rivers, because she made me fucking laugh all my life, and I mean that.
Chris,
Thanks to Boy George, and I'm going to tell you why.
Oh, please do.
Boy George, I heard about Joan Rivers through Boy George. He said to Jules Holland, I met somebody who's bitchier and more vile than you, and it was Joan Rivers. And I remember going to find out about it, and I screamed when I heard
Remember that
it.
day in the park when you showed me that video?
Oh yes,
When she did
the roast.
She did a roast, didn't she? She did a roast. She did a roast on some fucking some black woman.
No, it was on. No, it was her roast.
It was her roast.
And what's his name? The guy in America with the
Howard Stern.
Howard Stern.
Howard Stern's
His sidekick.
is called Robin Givens.
Yeah, not Robin Gibbons. She was married to Mike Tyson.
Oh, so Robin Summit.
Yeah.
Robin Summit. And she's a black woman, and she made a big deal out of the fact fact that she was abused
No, no,
sexually.
she was trying to be a bitch to Joan Rivers, so Joan Rivers went in on her.
Yeah, but she publicly stated that her father had abused her, right?
Yes,
Which is
yes.
awful, obviously. But she made this thing out of it,
Yeah.
and it became part of her calling card. So anyway, Joan Rivers gets up. She
Okay,
gets
yes.
this big glass of wine, doesn't she? And she necks it.
Yes.
She just slings the glass behind her and goes, right. And she gets up and she goes, you were your fucking... I was abused by me dad.
I was abused. You should have been grateful he paid you any attention, darling.
I saw you, and then she followed it up by going, I saw you getting changed backstage and you look like a fucking mudslide. She was hardcore. Anyway.
Well, that was the roast. It was all in humour and there was consent.
That was Joe Rivers. Is that death
Yes.
today? Who
Yes.
was born today?
We've done the.
Oh, have I?
Yeah, we did Mark Ronson and them. But on this day in history, you're going to have to read this out to me.
I will read it out to you, brother.
Well, basically, I've got my glasses.
Billie Jean's watching, by the way, folks.
Billie Jean.
Oh, but Jude Sykes, Jude, my brother, I fucking love you, my friend. Much love to you, and God respect to your dad, who's no longer here. I love him. I love you too.
It's the event at the end.
So this one here, in 1957,
Yeah.
American Civil Rights Movement, Little Rock Crisis.
Yeah.
Orval Forbes, governor of Arkansas.
Arkansas. Yeah. But he spelled Arkansas.
Oh, I apologise.
No, because I didn't. I said the same fucking thing as you until last year.
Arkansas, I apologise. He calls out the National Guard to prevent
Just read that slowly. Read that last bit slowly.
He called out the
Yeah.
National Guard to prevent African American students from fucking. Is this true?
Yeah.
Fuck off.
They called out the National Guard to prevent black American children from attending.
From enrolling in Central High School.
Yes.
Well, I tell you what.
1957.
In 1957. Well, I tell you what, we are regressing, folks, because I'm telling you now. Well done, you, Joe. Look at this, folks. Look at this. On September the 9th, 1957, President Eisenhower signed into law the Civil Rights Act of 1957. Originally proposed by Attorney General Herbert Browl, the act marked the first occasion since Reconstruction that the federal government undertook significant legislative action to protect civil rights. This is in 1957, but yet at this point, we
Yes.
have a scenario, and God bless you, Christine, for fucking bringing this to the fucking public's attention. He called out the National Guard to prevent African American students from enrolling in Central High School. We are actually, folks, whether you like to agree or disagree with me on this, we are actually regressing because we are getting back to points where this kind of shit is actually becoming
Just say
normalised.
it. Trump is spearheading a new fucking generation of these.
Cunts. Fuckers, wankers, bastards, fuckshits, bollockheads, nasty bastards, piece of shit.
Calling out the National
Fucking
Guard
dirt.
to stop children from going to college.
Well, let me tell you something, folks. Get off your fucking ass and fucking scream. If you're not angry now, then you never will be.
Because we are living in.
Crazy times,
There you
my
go.
friends, and none crazier than. In fact, it's a perfect time for you to bring up, if you don't mind, Chrissy darling. Earlier, as I was talking about Essential Nightclub, which we're going to come back to very shortly, mentioned a breaking news. What was that breaking news, my friend?
The breaking news.
The breaking news that you showed me earlier. With regards, Boris.
Good question.
Okay.
Good question. Anyway, do you know what? I was talking the other day to. Right, here we go.
Please do. Boris Johnson calls on MPs to back the October election. Can I get on my soapbox here?
Before you say that, because they have.
Please, listen, folks. This is a booby trap. It's a huge booby trap. Thankfully, Jeremy Corbyn, God bless you, you did not fall for this trap because the idea of calling... I predicted, and if you go back through one of our episodes, I predicted, did I not, boys? Yeah. I predicted, this is 6 months ago, I predicted a scenario where Boris Johnson will become Prime Minister. This is the point where Theresa...
So just let them know the actual results.
Let's have a look at this.
Oh.
Brexit MPs back bill aimed at blocking no deal. Fucking hell.
Yes.
MPs have backed a bill aimed at blocking a no deal Brexit, which could trigger Boris Johnson to seek a general election. Opposition MPs and Tory rebels ensured the bill passed. The bill forces the Prime Minister to ask for an extension beyond the 31st of October. Well,
But
I'm going to hold my fucking...
but
the bill passed all the stages in one day.
yes.
As what? Say that again, Arel. What's that?
The bill passed all its stages in Commons in one day, with the support of the most opposition parties and Tory
Yes.
rebels.
But
But
why-
they tried to push through ahead of a parliament being suspended next week. And now the bill goes to Lords to be approved.
Well, do you know what? Do you know what? I'm going to hold my tongue here, but I'm going to hold my tongue here, boys. But I would like to please take us back 6 months to a point on our show where I suggested a scenario where, and this is true, is it not? Where Boris Johnson will become Prime Minister. He has.
What's his initials?
BJ. Do we need to say more?
Blowjob.
Exactly. This man came into. I suggested this at this point. I'm not going to go into detail. That I said he could potentially become Prime Minister, and when he does, you're going to see a scenario where the moderates in his party are going to fucking kick against it, and are going to join against with the Labour Party and force a vote of no confidence in this man, which will provoke a general election. At which point you can then see a scenario where the Tory Party, like they did last time, are going to fucking see themselves needing to cling on to power and are going to fucking do a coalition with the nearest party, which I suggested would be the Brexit party, and you could see a scenario where Nigel Farage would be Deputy Prime Minister. Now, yesterday, I hate to I'm not gloating on my fucking prediction here, by the way, boys. That's not what I'm doing here, because yesterday you saw a press conference with Nigel Farage throwing his full weight of support behind Boris Johnson. Boris Johnson was basically trying to call Jeremy Corbyn out to make him provoke a general election. Thankfully, Jeremy Corbyn today, thankfully, didn't fall into the fucking rabbit's trap of fucking saying, okay, let's do a general election, because at which point...
But...
Go on, Chrissy, take over.
But no, Boris Johnson that's what he's saying he's going to do.
Yeah, but the thing is that hopefully the checks and balances are in place that might help prevent. Listen, we are going to come out of Europe. I can't see a scenario where a second referendum is going to occur, and I hate the fact that that's going to. But I can see a scenario where the idea of crashing out of Europe without a deal. Not only is the fucking insaneness of this prevalent, it needs to be stopped.
But do you know why I think that? Do you know what this is why I see it? Right, it's one thing to say, okay, we're going to leave Europe and we're going to have this deal, that deal, blah blah blah. That's one thing. But this is crashing out of Europe with no deal when all those businesses out there have got no idea what's going to happen.
Cheers to that.
They're all shitting themselves. This is all, and don't dismiss them, because we all know them. They're all our, relatives, friends, our communities. They don't know what's going to happen. It's like we're just on the end of this precipice. We need to know what's going to happen.
You cannot. You can listen, folks. It's that simple. And forget all the bullshit. I'm out of character now. So I'm going to be straight with you. It's insanity. I mean, I don't care which side of the fence you sit on. I don't care if you're a Leave or if you're a fucking Remainer. That's all now fucking a side issue. Coming out of Europe without a deal means that you go into World Trade Organization, the basic form of
Eventually.
Eventually.
So from when we leave, say we leave 31st October. From when we leave 31st October, when's that trade deal going to be done? What happens in the meantime?
What happens in the meantime is we then move to the World Trade Organization rules, which means that they are
Straight away.
very, very basic.
Yeah.
And it means that you impose tariffs at your will onto
Yeah.
whichever nation. But those tariffs aren't specific. So those tariffs become
Yeah.
a blanket tariff. It means basically that the things that you buy will be more expensive. It means that the white van driver that is making his money at the moment delivering stuff to other other countries inside the European Union, his businesses go completely. Please, forget me going into detail. Please, boys and girls. What's this?
So
Agreements can go beyond in some areas.
Yeah.
What, Joe? Can you get up there? What the World Trade Organization
my-
rules
my-
specifically are? Because it will make sense to people. If
my
you do.
point is that right? Okay, just put Remain behind us. Just say right, we're going forwards. Brexit's going to happen. Right. That's one thing. The problem is, it's getting to that Brexit. We don't know what's going to happen. 31st of October.
Nobody does, brother.
Just say you're going abroad, 31st of October. We don't even know if you can get into another country. We don't even know if you can have roaming on your phone. We don't even know if the man who's exporting to Europe from his little business in Chingford or from Hull, can he get into Europe? We don't know this.
No, we
People out there on medications, people out there on like HIV, retroviral drugs. Is there enough in this country? Are they going to be able to import them from Europe? What's going to happen? We don't know.
And if you do, how much are they going to cost?
How much are they going to cost? We've got no idea what's going to happen because we don't have no deal.
Well said, my fucking brother. And you know what? Never has a true word been spoken. And on that basis alone, if you take that into account with regard to everything, folks, I'm talking
Everything. I'm just saying
everything. It really isn't a case of fucking the core of this, right? The reason this has happened is about immigration. The core of this is immigration. Forget immigration for now.
Yeah.
Forget immigration, because they utilise that as a weapon to gain people to go and vote, right? A second referendum. People say it's undemocratic. Well, I would suggest it's undemocratic to place in front of the people an unfair argument that isn't true. It's been proven since to be a lie, which it was, as an argument.
That's an understatement of the century.
Thank you, brother. It most certainly is. It most certainly is. It's a lie. It's undemocratic to give a lie as a reason to do something.
Yes.
You place the argument now in front of the UK. You place the argument now. Now we're 3 years down the line.
And we're
Place the
smarter.
same argument down the line with information that is now being gleaned since then to the same people that were given the same question and ask them to answer it with the information they now hold, and place that to the UK public and ask them to have a referendum on that and watch the figures.
Yeah.
It's insanity, folks. It's insanity for me. It's insanity for my brother here. It's insanity for my brothers sat there. It's insanity for my nephews. It's insanity for their children. It's insanity. And now, if you think anything other than that, then you're a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
And I will meet you at fucking Primrose Hill tomorrow at 12 o'clock, and I'll fucking chin you.
Because we want the best for Britain, right?
Yes, we do.
We want the best. We don't want to be thrown into the abyss thinking, oh, do you know what? Maybe in 10 years' time we might get this deal, but in the meantime we're going to be like Greece. No. We want the best for Britain now. We want a smooth transition.
Never fucking was a true word spoken.
There's a report, obviously, which outlines. There's a report
which outlines everything about what's going on and what would happen if we backed out of the EU with no deal, etc., etc.
Yeah.
And basically, there's a short conclusion which reads:
WO terms provide a basic floor for world trade. However, their inadequacies provide incentives for countries to go further and seek preferential access and the tackling of issues inadequately covered through WTO rules. That's World Trade Organization,
Nice.
folks. This may undermine, to a degree, the multilateral system, but this has been the direction of travel for some years. In the situation, the UK will want to seek, as other members do, the closest relationship possible with the EU given political constraints. No deal Brexit is clearly an unsatisfactory solution, and falling back on WTO terms, suboptimal politically, economically and socially. What that means basically is that to fall back on WTO terms is to fall back on the very most basic terms of trade. The most basic terms of trade that we can have. It is insane for us to come out of the EU first and foremost, but that's a matter of opinion, obviously, because now it's so polarised, this country.
But without a deal.
But without a deal of some kind, we are open. It isn't. I can't even. It's insane. It is insane. It is insane. It is insane. And this man that we've got supposedly, unelectedly, by the way, 2 terms down, Boris Johnson. This man is suggesting we come out under on WOT terms. Has this man given you a reasonable fucking argument as to how and why? Has he given you not only those 2 arguments? Has he given you an outlook as to where we're going to be? Has he given you any answers at all as to what will happen when the UK comes out of Europe and crashes out with a no deal? Has he given you an answer to the backstop yet with regards to the Irish border? No. He's giving you no answers. He's just giving you his fucking hair. He's giving you his fat fucking face, and he's stood out and he has just basically he has spoken to your feelings as opposed to your sense. The sense needs to take providence here over your fucking feelings.
It doesn't make sense though.
It makes no sense, Chrissy. There is no sense to it.
You know, if they turned
insane.
around and said, "Do you know what? On the 31st of October we're going to leave, and this is what's going to happen, and this is going to make Britain great again, carry on being great." But the problem is the way it's at the moment. It's like we don't fucking know what the hell's going to happen.
No one knows,
and that is not right. We need to know what's happening. We need to know about all those businesses who trade with Europe. They need to know what's going to happen on the 31st October instead of going, do you know what? Come 31st October, you're going to have the World Trade Organization, wherever that means. You go abroad, there's going to be no roaming. Let's just say it on a very selfish level. There's going to be no roaming. We're going to get to the airport, you're going to go, what the fuck is going on? We don't know what's going to happen now because there's no fucking trade deal or anything. We don't know what's going to happen. We need to know what's going to happen. This is Britain. Britain needs to go forwards for the better. Not a bloody chance game or anything like that. We have to make Britain great. Not fucking Britain. Let's see what happens in the future when we come out of Europe and fuck knows what's going to happen. We need to know,
folks. If I said to you, if I said to you, folks, vote for me. I'm going to run for Parliament next fucking season, right? Really?
Well, do you know what?
Exactly. Listen to me now.
You laughing now?
If I said to you, folks,
If there was an election tomorrow, who would you vote for?
Actually, they want an election on 17th of October.
Yeah, so who are you going to vote for?
Well, do you know what? I have to say, I have to vote for who. Listen, my mother would.
Whoever it is.
Listen,
Sorry,
my mother
apologize.
would
Sorry.
fucking haunt me to death if I didn't vote Labour. I have to vote Labour. I have
You
to
have to
vote
vote
Labour.
Labour. So you'd vote for Corbyn?
No, don't get me wrong. He will tell you, I will criticise Corbyn. I will.
I'll criticise
all
Corbyn.
kinds of reasons. I will criticise him, but I am from a Northern Labour voting family, and Northern.
Is that a
Labour,
good enough reason though?
Yeah, it has to be.
Why?
Because the thing is, on my deathbed, I have to lie there and go, did I do the right thing?
No, it's a good question,
But it's about their policies at this current time.
That's what. No,
Yeah,
that's
but
why
based on the history of it.
it's a good question that you and I,
Yeah.
brother, let's look into the camera as we do.
Yeah.
I ask you, and that's a very good question. Who would you vote for, and why would you vote for them? And that's a good question, and it's a good response. I, in my heart, follow Chrissy Darling all the way. I have always been a Labour voter, and I always will be.
Yeah.
Well, I say always will be. It's a stupid thing to say, unless they. But.
And don't get me wrong, I can criticise Labour, and I will criticise Labour, and I do criticise Labour, but I have to.
But it's
But if they got into power, how are they going to run the country?
oh well, Joe.
Like they always have done for the last 100 years, or not 100 years.
No, but they have new policies now that they didn't have 10 years ago.
But so tell me the difference between their new policies and the Conservatives.
No,
I can't without research.
There you go.
No, but there are obviously
Yes.
different policies.
No, it's a really good question to ask.
Yeah.
Not just to us, but to the viewing public. The good question to ask is, who do you vote with your heart and with your do you vote with your history, which Chris Darling and myself probably obviously do, because we're Labour. We're from the north, of course we vote Labour. I was a complete. I'll be straight with you folks, right? I was a complete and utter. When Jeremy Corbyn came as leader of the Labour Party, I almost cum in my pants, man, because this is a man who was preaching socialist values, and he was now being accepted in the mainstream political agenda, and I loved him for it. And he was also someone that when he was asked a question in a political forum, when he had, say, 3 Conservative MPs, when he was asked the question, he would answer it in a reasonably truthful manner, and I loved him for it. When I lost my faith in Jeremy Corbyn to a degree was when the Conservatives, who are obviously such a piss-poor shit show of a fucking party, was so obviously weak and obviously attainable. Power was attainable. He seemed weak.
Maybe
He didn't make a strong stance on
Maybe
Brexit when he
Theresa
should have
May.
done. He didn't make a strong stance on Brexit when he should have done. And I lost my faith in Jeremy. And Jeremy, I'm sorry, but I did.
Yeah.
But at this point in time, Jeremy, look at me, Jeremy. Today and yesterday, you made a sensible fucking move. You did not bite the bait that Boris Jorbin, brilliant. There's a Freudian slip for you folks. That Boris Johnson laid out for you. He was basically asking you to call for a general election, at which point it would have been tits up, man. You haven't fallen for the bait, and at this point you're regaining my respect. Please stay strong and focused on because you will win an election if you do not buy into this bullshit. But the socialist values that Jeremy, the Jeremy Corbyn Labour Party presents, I stand by, folks, and I don't give a fuck. It's one for the all, not one for the fucking few. And the Conservative Party are on their fucking knees. It's all right, we're still alive. The Conservative Party are on their knees, Chris. Yeah. They're on their knees. Did anybody, and Joel, I pray that you can get this photograph up. I'm going to call on you. Get the photograph up of that cunt yesterday on that fucking...
Stephen Hoa says
Who?
he's going to vote with 3 of you. I want to know which one is 3 of you.
Me, brother. It's me. Vote for
Andrew
me.
will be with you on this, with Northern Vote Labour.
Andrew Jones. Which Andrew?
Andrew Markili.
Markili. I love you, brother.
What picture do you want?
I would like you to get the photograph up of a certain cracker yesterday. Jacob, if we just fucking...
Oh,
What are you
okay.
saying
Okay.
then?
Listen, but if Conservative is going to call a general election, it's going to lose really bad.
But here's the thing, brother. This
And
all
Boris
plays...
doesn't want to lose.
Pretty may do. But
This all plays into my... forgive me if you will, brother.
Yeah.
This all plays into my fucking...
I couldn't believe it when I saw him doing this in the House of Commons.
Please do, Joel.
I mean,
Show
what
us this.
disrespect!
It's just respect towards to the house, what we
Reese, what's his
represent,
name? Reese
and
Mogg.
towards to
Show us this,
people.
please. Show us this. Show us this photograph of this bastard, please.
This one's not a great photo, sorry, but
Any photograph.
Oh no, you missed the one I've got on my phone.
Any photograph of this bellend. This fucking bellend. This is that point where Boris Johnson had been outspoken, he'd been out fucking speeched inside the House of Commons. He had people who had obviously slain him with a fucking sword. See you later, Boris. They had outspeeched him, they'd outspoken him. And then we saw this, which Joel's going to bring up shortly. This photograph of this bellend here. Lay down as though he was bored. This people are the people. This is a man that people look at this. Look at this photograph.
Did you see that one?
I saw that one, yeah. But look at this one. Look at him. This man here was voted for.
Did you see that one?
That's genius. This man was voted for by his constituency. He is an elected member. Of, he's the lead. He's the speaker of the house. Not the speaker. That's sorry, Burkow. He's the leader of the house, right? This man at this point was trying to be fucking clever and
Did you get that, Joel?
Leader of the House of Commons. Yeah.
leader. He was laid down on his chair whilst a speech was being given by an opposition member that basically floored him, that completely outspoke this man. He is late. Look at this man. If you have got any kind of sense at all, look at him. This shows a man who is completely and utterly. Do you think he cares about you? Let me ask you a question, seriously. I'll get off my soapbox. If you know what the price of a fucking loaf of bread is, if you know how much a pint of milk costs, if you know that you need to pay your electricity bill, if you know that you need to pay your gas bill, if you know you've got to pay your rent, right? If you know what the cost of living in life is, if you know what it means to pay a bill in life, and you are supporting that man that you just saw the photograph of lay across the seats of the Houses of Commons, supposedly supporting his constituents, right? If you agree with this man in any way, shape or form, in anything he has to say, then shame on fucking you. Shame on you, shame on your fucking children, shame on your grandchildren, and shame on anything that you have to give in the future. This man doesn't give a fuck about you. He doesn't care about you. Are you fucking stupid, folks? Please, grow up. Grow up. Wake up. See what's going on. You live in this country. Your children live in this country. And they've got to fucking live by the decisions that you make right now. And the decisions that you're making right now are being fucking based on the fucking words that this cunt is saying. And he's laying there like he doesn't give a fuck. And do you know why he doesn't give a fuck? Because his dad was the editor of the Times. He owns a huge fucking 4-story house in Knightsbridge. He's got businesses in fucking Europe that will be affected if we stay in Europe. If we come out of Europe, the tax laws that they want to reinforce against our fucking tax offshore amenities that the UK provides will be affected. It will affect his income. So therefore, he doesn't want us to be in the EU. So if you listen to this cunt, or you listen to fucking Boris Johnson, then you need to fucking grow up. Or fucking read a book. Or fucking do something sensible other than watch fucking daytime television and fucking read The Sun. Stop it. Grow up. This is serious shit we're talking about here, folks. It's serious, man. It's very serious to me, because I understand the fucking importance of what these people are doing right now. People with money will convince you, right, that to come out of the EU is a good idea. It is not a good idea. It's horrific, but we're going to come out of it. I can see that happening. But to come out with no deal, to come out with any kind of deal that deals with how we're going to trade with the rest of the world and the EU, how we are going to fucking it's like saying, listen, if I'm going to choose to walk out in the middle of the M6 tomorrow, and I'm going to just take a chance, yeah? I'm going to blindfold myself, I'm going to walk across the M6, and I'm going to hope I don't get knocked over by a fucking truck at 80 miles an hour. That is exactly what they are asking you to do right now. And I'm gobsmacked at people who are buying into the idea that this is a good idea. Mm-hmm. It's not. It's just not a good idea. It's not a good idea, folks. Seriously, I can't put this across to you enough. Please be engaged. Please be engaged in the fucking political process that's happening right now, because it's going to affect you, and it's going to affect your children, and it's going to affect your fucking grandchildren. And please, no matter what you may think, be engaged in the political process right now, because it is scary. Chris, fucking get me off this fucking subject, man, because I'm gonna fucking start crying because I am so fucking over this nonsense, man.
So, anyway, Joel,
Yes.
Let's
are we
do
going
it.
to do our next section, which is?
Before we do, Chris, I have had a message. I've had a message. It's from the man himself. Oh my God,
Boris
Chris!
Johnson?
No, oh my God, Chris! Look,
I can't see a thing.
look,
I can't see a thing, literally.
look,
I can't see.
look.
I can't see.
I'll show you a bit. Chris, it's from the man himself. Folks, stay fucking tuned because we've got an announcement to make to you. It's come from the man himself.
No.
I'm fucking telling you.
Okay.
Read it.
No.
No,
We
no,
need to do
no.
it our shit, Joe.
You don't love me, and I know now.
Andrew, I apologise. but
No,
you're
no,
absolutely right.
no. You don't love me, and I know
love you.
now.
I
Get off-
love you.
Get off your letter.
I do.
Hashtag me too.
What was that?
We're
You want to do
broadcasting.
hit or
Yes.
Hit or shit.
We don't have a theme tune this week, do we?
Oh,
We do. Oh, we do.
Oh, what is it?
Hit!
Hit!
Oh,
Shit!
Hit!
Or in German,
Scheiße!
Hit!
Oh,
Scheiße!
thank you, folks.
Oh yes. A cappella. Oh yes. Oh yes. Forget the Bee Gees, where are you?
Fuck the Bee Gees. Stay tuned, folks, because we've got a fucking Chris. Look,
Boom!
look,
Yeah,
look,
I'm watching.
look. What he
Can't
says.
see.
Look what he said. Look what he said.
Get
Look
closer.
what he
Oh,
said.
oh.
Look,
I'm not doing that. I'll get arrested.
Oh.
All right, yes, sorry.
Oh, stay tuned, folks. We've got an announcement for you, folks. We've got an announcement for you. It's
Shall we just get it out the way to begin
Yeah,
with?
yeah.
We'll just
That's
get it
what I
out
said
the
about
way.
my first sexual
We'll just get it out the way,
experience.
shall we?
Brexit. Oh dear.
Hit or shit?
Oh.
Uh,
Skip out the way straight away.
well.
Joel, Arel.
You're on.
Watch, I'm doing The Exorcist. Look. Your mother sucks jelly babies.
Are you fucking kidding me? I will fucking.
Look.
He's a hit.
Are you fucking kidding me?
No, he's a shit.
How do you know?
Listen, folks, Brexit, man. I don't care. Listen, this word didn't exist 3.5 years ago. We didn't know the word Brexit
No.
3 years ago. Do we know a bigger word now than this?
Yeah, we do.
What's that?
Tixie licks.
No, Armchair Anarchists.
The.
Armchair Anarchists. We just love the fists.
Armchair anarchists.
You love to get fisted?
We just love the fists. We're the armchair anarchists.
No, that's your statement, not mine.
Apparently Joel must be fisted.
Oh.
I don't know when to it. That's what he said.
Oh. Oh, that's very handy.
Say nothing.
Yeah, that's very handy.
Can we
Well, we can go on to something a bit
Eyebrow. Yeah, go on.
a bit more highbrow. Cardamoms.
Oh.
I don't like these. I don't like cardamoms.
Have you had these cardamom seeds?
You're
Cardamom seeds, the ones that you get in pilau rice,
Oh,
and,
yeah.
then, and you bite into it, and this explosion of something goes off
They're horrific. They're horrific.
It's like.
in your mouth.
white liquid.
Yeah.
Do you know when you're going home and you want?
Lee's gonna be sick.
Do you know when you're going home in a taxi and you're like, you don't have the taxi fare, you think, what do I do? Do I suck off the taxi driver or what do I do? Do I get out the fucking taxi? That's what it is. Those, it's like,
No.
awful. Me! Don't, no, in the bowl, not in the sink. Oh my god. Sorry, Lynn. Have you got in the sink? Not the bottom. Oh no. Anyway, can I just say I'm going to vote on his behalf
Yes. We're
I
gonna
have
say
because I think they're disgusting.
I don't know what it is.
Good. You're very lucky.
You are like.
Orel III not to mix up with Orel II, whose father's from the Bronx.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, I voted for you. Don't worry. Why you? No, why you
vote
out?
He voted with
Oh.
Boris Johnson.
Oh, I'm sorry, Joel. I'm so proud of you. I'm sorry.
Do you feel better now?
Oh, I just couldn't go.
Are you sure you feel better?
But what do you think of these?
The Rolling Stones.
The Rolling Stones.
Wow, let's go into this. I would like to.
They'd be
No,
Rolling Stones.
Would you mind?
Up the
No, I
hill.
babysit.
I'd like to hear this love duo here. Cut the mic. Cut the fucking camera.
Good the mic.
Cut
Okay,
the,
yeah.
Let
Let me just cut your mic a second. Yeah.
cut the camera here. Cut the camera.
Is this what people are saying?
You're looking ghostly.
Only the TV.
No, well, Joe, why is this?
It's very strange.
Can we not see you right now?
No, we can.
Can I turn
Look
this?
at the screen.
No, but they can't see that.
Apparently, it's not like that.
It's not like that. It
Oh.
isn't like that.
Only on here.
Oh no, it is like that. It is like that.
Oh, it is like that.
So Joel and Arel, can I ask you at this point? Joel and Arel.
Yes. Yeah.
Arel. Joel.
Arel, which one?
Yeah.
Arel the second. Arel the third.
Yes.
Not to be mistaken for Arel the second. Who is?
His father from the Bronx.
Thank you very much. What are your thoughts on the Rolling Stones, boys?
Oh, I like the Rolling Stones. What's not to like?
I don't know. Please tell us.
Mick Jagger. Oh no, apparently it's good here. Yeah, we've done it good.
I've got it.
Oh.
I've just told you this.
You said it was the
No, you said that.
You said it.
I
first.
take
It's
fucking-
like you said you like fisting.
When you
You said it was like
What's
that.
wrong with fisting?
when you watch this back, you will see.
Oh, Chrissy's got her gloves on. Her
No, seriously, fisting is very handy.
That's what it says.
Very nice. Very nice. Do you know where I got these gloves from?
Michael Jackson.
Romania.
Romania.
Oh,
Sort
yeah.
me out, brother.
Yeah.
Listen, boys, it's like this. So, what are your thoughts on the Rolling Stone? I'm sorry,
I
brother.
know, no,
about
just saying.
them.
Oh, sorry.
I'd say please.
No, I'm not about them. You said, what are my thoughts on the Rolling Stones? I'm about to tell you. Get off your letter.
Well, no, what's your thoughts on Rolling Stone?
Oh.
What's your thoughts on the Rolling Stone? Come in. Come in. And I was like,
Yeah, I'm watching them too. They got I got to the.
Can I tell you my Rolling Stones story?
Yeah.
Around.
Yes.
Hi, are you alright?
yeah.
Yes, it's about us at the moment.
Can I just
not
say,
you.
okay, if it's about you, shut the fuck up and let me speak on camera.
No.
Anyway, so once upon a time, I was living in Leeds many years ago in the 80s, round here
Charlie
in
Watts
Leeds.
is my favorite.
And didn't have no money, and I couldn't go to see the Rolling Stones.
No bend.
Shut up. I've just been called Nobbin by Joel. He's gonna get a slap.
He give me his hat.
Joel's gonna get a slap.
Excuse me.
Can we just?
Excuse me.
Before we do, can we just say?
Have you just finished?
No. But
Sorry,
actually-
I've not heard about your Rolling Stones story yet, Chris.
But I just want to say, I'm not being rude or anything, but shut the fuck up.
No, we can't.
Okay, then throw yourself out the window.
Apparently, Chris.
It was all a fucking
Chris,
favour.
apparently, Essential will be 21 by the time we hear anything about it. Well,
Who
it
said
might
that?
not be.
Yes.
Who said that?
It might. Andrew McKinnon.
Andrew McKinnon.
You missed this.
I know, I just read it.
You missed this. Andrew. No, it won't. No, it fucking won't, brother. We
20.
love you, by the way.
Literally, I'm on two chats.
Orel the
Basically,
third
I'm
has got a lot to do.
typing in two of them.
Our production team here.
Is that
in
YouTube
fact-
as well?
In fact, no. Yeah,
No.
Chris. I
This
know
is
we're
two
well into
different.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
we're well into this broadcast. I know, but I do. Can we please turn the camera around just to you two? Just to you two.
Why?
Just fucking do it. And
Why just to
fucking-
us?
You listen. You're getting a slap in a bit. This will reduce the level of slap you get if you fucking just do it. These two here. Let me see. Do you see these two here? These are people that work behind the scenes, yeah, that allow Chrissy Dallin and myself to come and do this every week. And I think it's time that we gave them a bit of fucking
Round of applause.
Yes. Come on, Chrissy. Yay! And show your love, folks, online by sharing it.
You stop
'Cause
clapping. You stop clapping.
These two put a lot of time and effort in every week to come and help us do this. There you go. Look how love you're getting. Look at this. I'm seeing it.
Oh, what's this?
And they deserve it too. These two people put a lot of time and effort into what we're doing here, and they also deserve to be fucking recognised regularly. Because without them, this could not happen. So thank you, Joel. Thank you, Arel.
Thank you,
Orel?
Lee.
Which Orel?
Earl the Third, not to be mistaken for Earl the Second, whose dad is from the Bronx. Back to the Rolling Stones, by the way, Chrissy. What are your thoughts on them?
Who?
The Rolling Stones.
Oh, I loved them. When I was in Leeds, I could not afford to go and see them because it was in Roundhay, and I was like 2 years old.
I have actually played that when you. I'm not one to fucking show off.
In Roundhay?
I actually did.
You couldn't have been there. It was 1982.
No. Roundhay.
Oh, they done that gig.
Whatever.
All right. Tom Robinson could have been there.
No, I did it on my own.
Because in fact, Tom Robinson did War Baby.
No, I did it on my own. I did.
On my own, once again. Shut it, Tuts. But you know, anyway, I couldn't afford to see him, but I was stood outside and I got this spot where you could literally see everything and hear everything. And I saved myself, wherever it was at the time, £8 in 1982.
So you weren't actually in the venue?
No.
Rolling Stones all day fucking
Can I just
long.
say who
I'm
else?
sorry, they have to be.
No, they're hits.
They did some amazing.
Hits.
Only after the Beatles
Oh, hits.
broke up, by the way. Only after the Beatles broke up. Before the Beatles.
But do you hear that
After the
story about
Beatles-
Mick Jagger and the bees?
Go on, I'll go it on.
Well, apparently he used bees to sorry, Lynn, please cover your ears. Okay, Lynn's got her ears covered. Apparently he used
It should be
bees
30
as
seconds
thingies.
now.
No, no. It's
I
very
don't
long.
believe that.
Oh, Google it. Go on, Google it.
Go on,
This
Google
one is laying down.
As long as it's streaming, that's all right.
And this one
Come
is
on,
still.
All right, let's just have a look.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I think even they watch.
Oh, really?
What?
Oh, yeah.
Sentence? You don't-
Have you-
Production.
It's just technical things.
Have you quite finished?
Oh,
Yeah. Can I just say something? I'm really happy you're doing these technical things, but can you do it like a bit fucking quieter?
No.
Thank you.
Right, Chris, on to our next one.
Okay.
So, no, they're a hit, obviously, they're a hit.
Oh, they're a hit.
Oh, without question, they're a hit.
They're more than a hit.
Sculpted beards.
Oh shit, no.
Fuck,
No.
get a fuck, enough. Let's move on.
I hate all that
Move on.
sculpture shit.
Beards, fucking full stop. Beards, what beards all about?
Now, even lesbians have beards. Now.
Did you say that?
Oh, they do.
Oh,
yeah.
Did you hear that, folks? He said that on fucking. He
Yeah.
said that.
I know plenty of lesbians who've got a beard.
I'm fucking fuming with you.
But they're au
Mr.
natural.
Fucking binary fucking code, whatever fucking.
What are you on about?
Fucking lesbians have beards. I'm fucking.
I didn't say all lesbians.
Oh my god. Oh, people, write in right now.
Oh, they will.
Fucking write in and fucking complain.
Oh, complain, people. Oh, and they will.
Oh, no.
Chrissy, I reckon you'd look good with
It's
a.
empty. Hang on a minute. It's empty. It's fucking.
There's a lemon in there. Do you know lemon? Like you are. Lesbian. So
Suck on it.
What was that, Joel?
I was just going to say, I think you'd look great with a sculpted beard.
And your pointers.
That is my
Yeah,
point.
but you wouldn't
Oh, is
know.
that it?
You can't grow a beard,
can't.
you fucking fetus. You
can't.
fucking know. Look at him. Look at him. Cut the fucking camera. Cut the fucking camera. Look at these two here. Look at them. They can't even
What
grow a
is
beard.
wrong about
they
that?
can't even grow a beard. I love
What's wrong? Get the list out I
They
gave you.
can't grow a beard. Look at him. Look at him. The pair of him. Fucking 3 and fucking -3. The fucking pair of him.
3 degrees.
They don't look at them. They can't grow a beard between them. It'd take you 3 months to grow a bit of fucking bumful. I bet you. Can you grow a beard?
Yes, of course.
Can you?
Yeah.
All right, can you grow a beard, Ro?
Yes, I do.
I
I'm
would
trying.
like to see that beard. I don't believe you can.
I can.
Can you? Don't. Because your hair needs cutting.
Huh?
Your hair needs cutting. You're coming to my barber.
My hair needs
I'm
cutting.
taking Arel.
Oh, no,
the
he
third,
does. No, he needs to go
Not
to
to be
Lee's
mistaken for
barber.
Arel the second, who's father from the Bronx.
You're going to get a haircut like that.
No, you should go to his barber.
But folks, please feel
Hair
free.
like that.
I want a haircut like that.
Do you want to know, guys?
Yeah.
Because I tell you why, this has been fun. The guy that fucking cuts my hair every week, yeah, is a fucking top man. You need to come to my barber.
How much do you pay for it?
Lynn loves beards.
Huh?
And-
Did you say Lee
Fuck
lesbian?
off! Did you say that?
She did.
She fucking did.
Who said that?
Lynn,
Your mum said.
Mum, fuck off! Wait. Oh, you see him slap me now. I love him. I do. Mum, you don't love beards, and You didn't shave yours this morning at all because you haven't got a beard.
No.
But you two need to come to my barbers. And if you do, yeah, I'm being very serious, you won't ever go anywhere else.
How much is it?
Hey, what does that say? Somebody just messaged me on Grindr. What does it say?
I'm not saying that to you. Oh, God. show the camera.
All right, let me get
Why
it.
you on Grindr?
To do on the floor.
Right, I'm just...
Off on the floor.
Welcome to see that.
Welcome to my flat on a fucking Wednesday. Welcome to my
Can we see?
flat on a Wednesday.
Can we see? Can we zoom in?
We'll zoom in. We'll fucking zoom in. Come here.
What?
We'll fucking
There's
zoom in.
lower. Lower. Yeah.
This is Chrissy. While we're
No,
broadcasting.
it's not me. Somebody's messaged me, dear.
Now.
This is Chrissy. While we're broadcasting.
This is me. How is it me?
How far
Because you
away?
just showed it, mate.
Yeah, somebody's just sent me it.
Yeah. Why are you
Can
on
you show-
Grindr?
Can you show a list of mess or something?
Why?
It's called a
You can't-
notification.
Hang on, I'm going to send you a message.
Give my phone back.
Oh, let me send him a
I
message.
tell you what, let me send one on yours.
I'm not on Grindr on my phone.
Really?
I really haven't.
Go on your phone and show me.
You don't believe me?
No, I don't. There you go, folks. The truth is out there.
Folks, I would have sent that person a message.
Yeah.
Suck me now 30.
Yeah.
Suck me now 30. Fucking suck yourself out.
I'm literally on Grindr.
Oh, we've got a great new feature. Every week we get grind. Folks,
Yes.
as we fucking work this tonight, yeah, every week, Chris, is what we're going to do. Right? We're gonna get grinded up, all four of us, yeah, and we're gonna show messages as they appear. Do we agree on
I
this?
want to see his message.
Ah.
It'll be genius. Anyway, listen, folks, I died.
You do digress because this is.
I'm sorry. I apologise.
Yeah. But so anyway, so what section are we going on to next?
Well, it's an interesting one you brought up here. Unsweetened licorice.
Oh, I like this.
Now,
I like this.
yes,
Sweetened.
I'll tell you why.
Looks like an
Have you ever had
extra
licorice?
on black.
Have you? Yes. Goebbels. Anyway, have you ever had licorice?
Yes, I love licorice.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, imagine that licorice with no sugar.
Callum, I can't.
What would it taste like?
Licorice with no sugar.
No,
It tastes.
Is it bitter?
It tastes like you're sucking a tyre.
no, Chris.
No, seriously.
That's quite nice.
No,
Yeah?
it actually,
Why you try?
it's nice because I tell you why. I'll tell you
Why have
why.
you put your hat on, Lee?
I thought.
It's been multi-dimensional.
No, I'm not. I'm looking at my hair, yeah. And now after we talk about hair,
He wants to give inspiration to Orel III, not to be mixed up with his father, who was
I'm
Orel
not-
II from the Bronx.
I noticed a little fucking. Hang on.
What?
A little white bit.
Racist.
Well, I am racist, Chris. I'm racist. I'm homophobic.
What have you got
I am
against
fucking
whites?
anti-Semitic. I am fucking.
No, you're not. You're
transphobic.
Sagittarius.
I am phobic against fucking everything. I'm agoraphobic. I can't even go out in the fucking street. That's how much I hate people. I hate every cunt.
Anyway.
I hate you. You fucking bunch of.
Unsweetened licorice shit.
Shiza.
Shiza. Absolute shiza. Chris, can at this point, I'm going to hit so shit. Let's go.
Let's ask Joe.
We can go to fit a shit.
But before we do, let me just make a quick phone call. Is that alright?
Hmm.
Hang on, let me just make the phone call. Let me make a quick phone call.
Liv loves pontificate cakes.
What's this?
Who are you calling?
I'll tell you I'm going to call. I'll tell you I'm going to call.
Why are you phoning Hackney Council at this time?
I'm not. I'm calling this person.
You're calling Orel's sex
I'm
line.
actually going to call him.
Calling
I'm
occupants
actually ringing him.
of
I'm
interplanetary
actually ringing him,
flights.
so hang on.
calling
Folks, if they answer it, doesn't matter.
Put it on speaker.
I will put on speaker.
Only wants to see if you answer.
He's not going to answer. He's watching because I know he's not going to answer.
But
Hello, how are you doing? Are you good? Are you good? I know. Can I? Alright, brother.
Who is it?
Alright, hang on a sec. He's doing something. You just carry on. Alright, brother, how are you doing?
Anyway,
How you doing? Listen,
some
yeah,
people.
listen, I know.
this is something
All right, I
that
will
will be
do.
happening.
All right,
but
I will. So
but
listen,
let's just
it's
listen
a
to this
definite.
conversation.
I'm talking, you dickhead.
Yeah, we'll talk to you. I'm talking on here.
Sorry, mate. Sorry. Can I actually do it tonight? Or what? We can do it. We can do. Is it a? Oh, for fuck's sake! All right, get back to us before we finish the broadcast. Get back before we finish the broadcast. All right.
Oh no.
Get back before. All right. Before we finish the broadcast, because we want to do this. We want the world exclusive. So give us a fucking shout. All right, Robert. Speak to you in a bit. Bye.
Anyway, people, we're on the phone to somebody. We can't mention the name. We can't mention the name.
You can say the name. You can say the pseudonym. Yeah.
Right, NMS.
NMS.
And we're trying to get the definitive answer to.
And I think we've got it.
And I think we've got
I think we've got it.
And you people in a certain area of
Chris,
Britain.
let's fucking all these people in fucking. Fuck it. Let's before we get to fucking fit or shit.
Yeah.
No.
Let's do
Joe,
fit.
let's do fit or shit.
Let's do fit or shit.
We're doing finish it.
Chris, we're on.
Oh yeah.
High fiving it.
High five, very nice.
Folks, if you're watching this and if you essentially want to know what is essentially going on with regards essentially the most important essential details in your essential life, then you stay fucking focused.
Because you are in for an anal treat.
At the end of this discussion,
Angela Baines asked when essential is real.
Don't tell Angela nothing.
What's essential got to do with this?
Angela, how do you know we're on about that? Angela.
How would you know we're even talking about essential?
Let me speak to Angela. Angela.
I would say this, man.
Angela, I've known you for 100 years.
Make it 200.
First up on hit or shit. Fit or shit, even.
Oh,
Who is he?
you fucking kid. Hang on.
What is it? Who is he?
I have no idea.
This is some Russian bloke.
Oh, some Russian bloke.
Some
Well, can I
Russian
speak on behalf of your mother?
Fuck off. I'm too busy.
Now, can I just say?
Oh, look, Chrissy,
There's
shut
o-
up. I'm looking.
There's only so many blonde, gorgeous,
Chrissy.
hung, muscled, beautiful, hooky, lovely bastards you can
Calm
take.
yourself fucking down.
Ooh!
Calm.
Ooh, what's it like?
Chris,
We don't see him on Mustang.
I can't even fucking cope with the fucking
All right,
going on there.
All right, hit.
I'm sure
No, you're
I've
not.
met him.
No, you haven't.
I'm,
you
Chris, I'm
In
Do you know
Manchester,
why?
at some big nightclub beginning with E.
essential.
Chrissy. Angela Baines
Yeah.
says that he can read your mind. That's why.
Oh, if she can,
That's a
if she
fucking
can
horrible
read my
place to
mind,
be.
she's gonna give me a brother. Oh.
That's a no. Absolutely.
Justin Timberlake.
No.
It's a hit.
I would.
Oh, RL says hit.
I say hit.
Can we get the video up for fucking that first video that he did?
He's a hit.
Look. But Joel's.
Look at that.
That's me. That I'm not being funny, but that.
Aurel.
I don't want to.
Aurel. You.
I feel really fucking embarrassed here because that's actually
Oh.
Nice ass, nice chest, nice face.
nice ass. You can't see
Yeah,
his
you can
ass.
see how they has in the mirror.
Oh, okay. I can see that. I didn't see that.
Wow.
I didn't see that.
You look only on his face, but you don't look at the back.
Really?
All right, fair enough.
Oh.
Yeah, no. All right, I'll go for a hit.
Okay.
But listen, only because is fucking is.
I just wanna love you, baby.
I'm not. Oh my god, that was like fucking. Justin was so. JT.
Oh, come on, Andrew. I can't believe you say shit.
Which Andrew?
Daniel
Mark
Harris says.
Keeley.
Daniel Harris is definitely hit. Mel says is fit.
End of. If Mel says.
Exactly. And Callum says hit. And
What's that? Is that legal?
Dan.
Is that legal? What is it? What's that? Oh, okay.
There's a guy too over there.
Anyway, so yes, hit.
Hey,
Thierry Henry.
Oh.
No,
Oh.
nothing.
Nothing.
Oh.
No.
What is going on in those
Thierry
pants?
Henry not only did he play for Arsenal, not only is a fucking
Just
twat,
got a
not
big
only
one.
was the
He played for Arsenal. Arsenal. Hit.
Shit.
No, look. Look at that. What's going on there? Look, what is going on? What is going on? Look.
He's trying to do the Spider-Man thing.
No, he's
What? You could spray me in the fucking face. Look at that.
I'm sure he could. I'm sure he has.
Oh yes, Big Daddy. Hi.
I'm the son of a chief. He's not.
No,
I'm
get it off
sorry,
me.
mate.
Harry Styles.
Get a fuck off! Fuck! You fucking put this up here. Did you put this up here?
Look at his face.
Harry Styles.
Harry Styles has a big knob.
Harry Styles hasn't got a big fuck anything.
I
Other than
hate
an
him.
ego.
I
He
hate
is
him.
a fucking knobhead. He's got long hair. The only thing he's got long or big is
Cock.
his hair. He's
Oh,
a
sorry.
twat. He's a fucking twat. I hate him.
Lee,
So do I.
JP Glover says whenever is NMS is involved must mean it's essentially exciting.
Oh, good,
Well
yes.
said to you, my
JP
fuck.
Glover, yes.
There you go. Because you know what, folks? We have got a big fucking thing coming up in a
I
minute.
beg your pardon.
Asafa.
Ah! Asafa! Hey! It's Wagwan! No, it's from Jamaica. Wagwan! Can I just say, this guy is one of the. Well, he is one of the. No, I can't do. I couldn't do Nigerian. Ah! Hey! This is a Wagwan! Yeah, man! What you know on? What you know on? Anale! Oh! Good job.
I knew
Anyway.
something would
Give him
happen.
heart attack.
Anyway, hit.
No, fuck it.
Hit.
He needs to learn
Hit.
this. He needs to learn this. It's my fault.
Hit.
So fuck it.
Alright, Asafa.
No, I'm sorry. No,
You're a
no,
lesbian.
no, no, no.
Alright, Asafa. Hit.
see what
Oh, yes.
Mhm.
Skanger, Skanger, Skanger. Skanger,
Enrique.
watch Skanger, watch Skanger.
Enrique Iglesias.
I know. Fuck off. Fuck off.
Now, can I just say something here?
Please do.
He. But his dad.
Did you just fight? You just farted.
Julio.
He just farted. He just actually farted.
I'm sorry, Enrique.
No, he did.
Enrique, I'm sorry.
Andrew Markilly says, I'm up at 4 a.m. Hurry up.
Alright.
No, Andrew,
Yeah.
wait.
Don't
Wait.
wait.
We need to get our shit together.
Tell him I'll wake him up.
We'll wake you up with that. Just put it. Is that right? Is that
sorry.
right? Andrew,
Oh.
Andrew, we're fucking gonna wake you up.
Jamie Dornan.
No, fuck off. Look
Who?
at the fuck he's saying, cunt. Look at him. He might be wet.
What does he do?
I don't know.
I don't care what he's doing.
You chose it.
Oh,
I don't-
Andrew, I'm not sure who you fancy though at the end. Apparently everyone is shit for him.
I do, I'm not the wrong one.
Look, of course you would. He's
What's
fucking
that in his
made up.
undies?
Fucking-
Look, what's that in his undies?
Well, something that every man has got.
What? Listen, honey,
Right.
you show me you've got that. You show me you've got that, and I'll give you my fucking bank account. Because you fucking don't. Shut the fuck up. Anyway,
might.
hit.
I might.
No,
Look
you
at
don't, darling.
Chris, bit hasty, yeah.
No, I'm not.
Bit hasty.
I'm not being hasty.
Look at his face. Look at what he's
Yeah,
got.
fuck
Look what he's
the
got in his
face,
face.
look at
He's
the cock.
cute. Look at his face.
Look at his face. Exactly. Look at
There's
the
a
hair.
face
Look at
in
that.
my heart.
He's everything I can't stand. Fuck off.
Andrew, he says, it would be the first time you woke me up, Chrissy.
Oh. Which Andrew?
McKelly.
Andrew Markilly.
Oh,
Oh.
let's go into it.
And last but not least,
Oh,
Oh.
I might do.
well, he's Russian, so you.
Oh,
won't.
it's right. Oh.
Ah.
Oh. It could be covered in shit as a Russian, do you know what I mean?
Hey, do you know what? Seriously, all that's missing
All
there.
right.
No, Chris, all that's missing there is
Yeah.
a fucking pair of clippers
Yeah.
on his hair.
Yeah.
A fucking imagine him with a fucking imagine
What's
him.
wrong with his hair?
Imagine him,
Oh,
him
don't,
with his-
I love his hair.
don't mention hair to Lee. Don't mention trainers to
Something
Lee.
to grab hold of, Lee. You know.
Imagine his hair shaved. Imagine out with a crew
You
cut.
can grab of that hair.
Imagine out with a crew cut.
You can grab
Oh
it.
my fucking god! I would fucking.
Your mum's watching.
Your mum's watching. I would fucking super glue him to. I would no more nails into a chair. I swear to God.
Finally we agree on something, Andrew.
What's that?
His head hit on that last one.
Oh, no, he's fit. He's fit if he had his hair cut. Get your hair cut and all day long.
And that was.
Now in German. Scheiße. Sorry, Jörg.
It's like someone stabbing them. The knife in there.
So anyway, so I have to.
I'm ready to say this by Chrissy's fucking.
So we've only got a few minutes left.
Before we do, right,
Let's talk
folks,
about
here we
lunch.
go. Here we go.
There's
Listen,
a place.
did we share this, Chrissy, or what?
Let's talk about that big announcement that we
Did we
keep
share this
saying.
over?
Yes, a bit.
All right, now is silence.
It's golden. Well, so, no. Listen. Shh.
Yeah.
Watch. Lee, watch. Silence.
Anyway,
We have got a special announcement to make to you, folks.
It's very special.
We've got a very special announcement to make to you. Now, listen to me.
Nearly as special as the school I went
We
to.
have been working on this person for a long
Lee.
time. We, as in Chrissy Darling and myself, and that involves the entire Anarchist team.
And the north of England.
We have been working for an awful long time with a certain man called Nigel Martin.
Oh, yeah, you can say it now, can't you?
Listen, the cat's out the fucking
Okay.
bag now. We're going to let it out the bag right now.
Let it all out, let it all out, let it out.
Are you ready, folks, for this? It's a special announcement, and only we know.
Oh, yes.
That, and I tell you why. No, in fact, I'm going to hold back.
everyone's angry.
Just say it, you cunt! And I'm not going to say it yet. I tell you why. Because we, Chrissy Darling,
Yeah.
and myself have been working a long time on this.
Mm-hmm.
Next year, Pride will mean what, Chrissy?
A deeper love.
No, how many years will it have been?
Well, Pride next year in Manchester will be 20 years since a very famous club in Manchester called Essential. I just spelled that out again. Essential.
Essential meaning essential forever, which is the site that they
Essential
need to go to.
forever. Right, so next year, Manchester Pride is the 20th anniversary of Essential Manchester.
Well, it's not actually that. It's not actually Pride, is it? It's
Well, no,
actually,
it's the
actually-
same year. It's the same year.
But it's actually Essential nightclub.
Yeah.
Which, if you look here, folks,
yes.
and if you look here and on the page, if
Where?
you go along this bottom line here, yeah, look at my finger. Look at my finger. I'll do it again. Watch. If you go along this line, you'll go to a page. Now this page.
Let me just say,
Please do, Christian.
Facebook page, Essential 4, number 4, ever, a moment in time. Now, one moment in time. That's the one.
Folks, listen to me now. This is an absolute privilege, and it's a joy
No.
for us both.
How would Princess
hold
Julia say it? How would Princess Julia say privilege?
Look at home over on Armchair.
Oh, it's privilege.
It's a privilege at this point to be able to
Well, let
state
go now. Thank you.
that Chrissy Darling and myself have been in close contact with the man himself that owned Essential and Queer.
And take that.
And take that. And next year will be the 20th anniversary
Of?
of Essential Nightclub. Now, Essential Nightclub was the greatest and biggest and best and most fucking third nightclub.
Was I there?
For, you might well have been. In fact, Chris, if I'm not mistaken, correct me if you might.
Yeah.
Were you not the actual fucking godfather, like James Brown was to soul? Are you not the godfather of gay?
Mother.
Perfect.
Hold that one. Hold that one.
I'm holding it. I'm holding it.
Oh.
I'm holding it.
God,
There you go.
mother.
Folks, it's like this. We have the potential here now if you can get behind us. If you can get behind us, and if you can go to this,
Essential forever, a moment in time. Essential forever.
because it's going to shortly be changed
Oh,
to
yes.
we demand essential.
Can you say it with more conviction?
Fucking let.
Go on.
Hold back. Hold yourself back.
I'm really
going back
worried
to the mic
'cause-
so we don't
Oh.
push that. We demand
Oh.
essential has a fucking 20-year
Can you do a bit
fucking
louder?
party, right?
Oh, sorry. What did you say?
I fucking demand
Yeah.
it.
Can you do it a bit louder? He didn't hear it in the.
Didn't I? Well, let me fucking tell you again, folks. We demand
Yes.
a 20-year fucking get together. I want all of them fucking friends that I met at that bar off my tits, fucking foaming.
Watch
Shut the
yourself.
fuck up at the bar. I fucking demand that I see you all at this fucking place in the same state of mind that you were 20 years ago. I demand that you fucking buy your ticket. Should this ticket come along? And it's coming, folks. We have been in touch with Nigel Martin Smith directly. The fucking cat's out the bag, brother. Let's fucking have it. It's out the bag. Every fucker's gonna be there if you can make this happen. Get yourself to this fucking point right now.
Name names who can be there.
Get yourself on there and scream loudly. We demand that this night happen. And do you know why? Because it's part of our fucking life.
Name the names.
I'm naming names. Should we go through the names?
Name
Let's
the
start
names.
at the top and work our way down.
Yeah.
Nigel, you know the script, brother, because I'm talking to you. I'm fucking trying to coerce you. And I'm going to get these other people to fucking coerce you. Get your shit together, man, and fucking sort this shit out. Because every fucker wants an essential fucking reunion.
Okay, Red Nigel.
Every fucker wants it. We want him on the fucking door screaming loudly.
Can I have my moment?
We want fucking people. Shut the fuck
I'm
up.
having my moment.
The fuck up. We want people breathing fucking fire at their fucking door. We want all them fucking gay boys stood there in their fucking tops off in their duds. We want all that fucking. You brought Kylie to Manchester, you cunt. Now sort your shit out. Get your fucking shit together. We need this fucking night, and we need it to happen now. So with that in mind, I know if we can get enough people on the case, and we can get enough people following this page.
Which one?
This one here, Chris.
Essential forever. Number 4 ever.
Get your fuck. Next year, folks. You know it. You were on that spiral staircase.
Essential forever.
It's hard to do, I know.
A moment in time.
It's hard to do. It's hard to do. But fucking don't let me lose my flow here.
Oh.
If I met you on that spiral staircase, yeah? If I met you at that bar, if I met you on the middle floor, if I met you on the bottom floor, if I met you on the fucking pop floor, if I met you at Essential,
I'll give you 10
then
pounds.
fucking get your fucking finger out, yeah? And press click on this. Boom.
Well, they can't.
Lily's gonna
They
bake.
can't actually click, but I have posted the link in the
Thank you,
comments. Yeah.
Because let me tell you something, if we get enough people behind this shit, we can make this happen. And I tell you something else, every fucking week from now on, it's a goer. Because I'm in direct contact with the man himself. And he says, if we can get enough fucking people to fucking work this year, then this can happen. We can fucking meet up again. We can create this community again for a short period of time, a bubble of time,
Wow.
a bubble of 3 fucking minutes,
Wow.
a bubble of a night.
We never know.
The spiral staircase, Mad Pat, Tom Godwin, the door staff, the fucking bar staff,
John
the
Deadman.
fucking fourth, John Deadman, God bless John Deadman. This can happen. And
DJ Thaddeus.
listen, go for him, Chris. Name him.
DJ Thaddeus.
Name him.
John Deadman. We said John Deadman. Who else?
No.
Come on, just like,
Please,
all the
Marek,
names.
fucking Lucas, fucking Greg, fucking Pollitt,
Steve, what's his name? DJ Steve.
Alan Stevens,
Alan Stevens.
fucking and DJ Aphrodite.
Just stop.
Mel.
Just stop.
Mel. His birthday.
DJ Aphrodite, the queen of
Your mother
bounce.
says she's gonna bake next year.
She's gonna bake for the. My mum's coming. Listen, folks. Seriously, it's like this.
Your mum could be
We have
working
direct
there.
contact. We have had word. If we can fucking grow this, we go here. Look down here. See this? Boom, boom. Fucking
Essential for
ever.
essential forever.
A moment in time. Look at this page.
Moment in time.
Go to this page.
Why
now.
am I on that page?
Fucking click and scream loudly. It's going to change shortly because we're going to have a fucking pit built there saying we demand a 20-year Essential reunion. And
There's
you know
me.
what?
I can see me.
Here's the fucking thing.
Hiya.
We have the go-ahead from the man himself. If we can get enough fucking people behind this, yeah, then this is going to actually happen. God bless Darren. There.
Oh, it's me and look at me and Nigel.
Yeah, you. There's me. Oh my God, look at me.
There's me and Gary.
There's me.
Ah!
Look at me.
Who took that picture?
That's the first
Who
day.
took that picture?
You did it.
I
you
took
did.
that picture.
Andrew always was in the backstage.
Oh, I've just seen a picture of. Ah!
Oh, no, that's the first time I ever went to a gay club in my life.
Oh,
Oh.
God. Who am I Marcus in there, look. Me
There's
and...
me and Mad Pat. Go down again. There's me and Mad Pat. Go down again. Go down. There's, look, can you see me? Me and Mad Pat. See, go down, the one below me.
Oh, yes.
That's me and Mad Pat.
Show that picture, if you can.
There she fucking is. There's my little baby.
Oh,
Look at this. And you know what? I'm wearing the same top I'm wearing right now. Look. I fucking am. Look.
Whoops.
Not a fucking thing's changed since then and now. Look.
Wow.
Joe, what was the script here? Look. Joe, you're rubbish. That's Mad Pat. Listen, folks, here's the thing. Here's the big announcement. The big announcement is that me and Chrissy and I, should I say, have been speaking to Nigel Martin Smith because we, this year, went to, and Arel and Joel, went to Manchester Pride and saw how shit it fucking is. It's pointless, useless, nonsense, garbage, boring, fuck off, over. Nigel, I got straight on the phone to Nigel and said, Nigel, you need to sort your shit out, mate. We need Essential back. And Nigel went, well, you know, why are you saying that, Lee? I said, I'll tell you why, Nigel. I'll tell you fucking why. Because it's shit. It's fucking shit.
Can I just say something?
Please do, Chris.
You started to phone him, but then the phone call stopped. Do you know why? Because he ran out of credits.
No, you put it down on me.
He ran out of credits.
No, he picked it up on me again.
He only had 200 calls. He couldn't make any more.
He picked that phone up on me again, and I went, Nigel, it's like this, man. Seriously.
He went, oh, sorry. Oh, sorry there, Lee.
So we, Chrissy Darling and I, would like to officially announce tonight.
Chrissy
And
Darling
Joe
and I.
and Arel, cut the screen.
Around the what?
Oh shit.
Wow.
Boris Johnson fails to get MPs backing for a 15th of October general election after an intense day of Brexit debate.
There's going to be no general election.
No general election.
Well, that's a good thing.
There's going to be no. It was lost.
Yeah.
He lost.
That's
Who
a good-
lost?
No,
Boris
the-
Johnson.
No, Boris Johnson
the
didn't bring
vote
it.
on whether to have a general election has been
Yeah.
lost. There's
That's-
not going to be one.
That's
No,
good.
Okay.
That's a good thing.
There's not going to be.
But they've so
That's a good thing.
well. What's going right? So Boris Johnson, the general election isn't going to happen.
No.
No.
The snap.
So what's going to happen?
Well, the bill went through the Commons. Now they have to go to the Lords.
Right.
Because if it is approved, it goes through.
Yeah, but what? Can you explain that one to us, Lee? 'Cause
I can in a
seriously-
minute. I will
Okay,
come back to it.
yes.
But I want to stay on one point if we can before we do.
Brexit delayed bill.
Yeah, and that's
That
been
one.
defeated.
No,
Yeah,
no.
It went through the
Yeah.
Commons.
Yeah, but it wasn't him who did it. It wasn't. It wasn't. I've got this wrong.
I don't
No,
know.
Boris Johnson didn't want the bill to go through
I'm-
because he doesn't want to get any
Okay.
delay on Brexit.
Yes.
So the bill went through the Commons and now goes to the
So who brought the bill? Boris Johnson.
Yeah.
So he. Oh, okay. I don't. I've got that.
Before we go on to that, can we
Yeah.
before
Have
we
a
go on to
look.
that, folks, listen to me now. I have it on fucking seriously good information that Essential. Yes, folks, I want to lay it out to you straight. Essential can happen. It can happen for the 20th. I know it's a long time. I know it seems like an outrageous amount of time.
Fucking tell me about it. I was there. That
But-
year.
Forget all your rest of the bullshit with regards to the rest of the gay scene, because there is no gay scene anymore. But an essential reunion with all of the door staff, all of the people that were there,
Rode a horse.
Rode a Horse,
Mad Pass.
Mad Pat,
Alan
Mel,
Stevens.
and DJ
Nigel Harrison.
Nigel Harrison,
DJ
Alan
Thaddeus.
Stevens,
DJ Thaddeus.
all of the DJs that were there.
Oh yes.
That original lineup of people that we all lived, loved, and fucking worshipped, and every weekend can happen next year. We need now for you to support this
By going to.
by going to this.
Essential forever. A moment in time.
Join up, folks.
Oh, 2 hours.
We're going now. We're gonna go because we need.
Yeah.
But here's the thing: Essential, a reunion, is gonna happen next year.
Yeah.
If you follow us, join us, and
Go on there, share it with us, Orel.
No, with the fact that he put 2 hours on the screen.
You see,
okay.
2 hours. 2 hours again this year. Listen, folks. Listen, how else are you going to spend 2 hours? What are you going to do? Watch fucking Peaky Blinders?
Oh, true. That's from Birmingham. I've never even seen it.
What are you going to do? Watch EastEnders? Fuck off. That's
Rear Enders. Yeah.
It's better to watch us for. But here's the fucking thing. Stay with us.
Hollyoaks, I was watching.
Hollywood.
Next week we have more details with regards the
we've got
actual
major details.
major details of the logistics of this operation. Is it going to be the essential building that we originally fucking all spent in? Who knows? Is it going to be at a bigger venue? Who knows? Is it going to be at a place that we fucking a different venue that we choose? Who knows?
What's happening with the essential building?
We'll tell you next week.
Oh, so.
I've got all the details. Because I'm in direct contact, as is he, with Nigel. But Nigel has said that we, because we've been on his case, and I do mean on his case, I went round to his house and basically set fire to his house and fingered his cat.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I did finger his cat. It was awful. I had to finger his cat, otherwise he wouldn't agree to it.
Well, you know.
I fingered his cat. And after I finished
You
fingering
fingered his cat?
I fingered his cat.
Is it heat?
When I fingered his cat, he said, "All right, Lee, I'll fucking agree to it if you fucking just leave my cat alone." So I said, "All right," and I threw the cat to one side.
Do you know what
and
he did?
Nigel.
Do you know what he did? When he fingered the cat, he went, "Take that."
So fuck. The point being is that it took a lot of coercion to get to this point, folks. And we are this close to it happening. Get on board here. Look.
Essential forever. A
Dot,
moment
dot,
in
dot, dot, dot.
time.
Come and listen, because me and him, Nigel, Pat, Mel, DJ Aphrodite, DJ Thaddeus, Alan Stevens,
Nigel Harris,
every fucker.
Carl, what's his name?
Cox.
Carl Stevens.
Carl, was it? No, it wasn't Carl. What's his name? Carl from was it from Galaxy at the time? But anyway, yes.
But basically, we can make this happen because we've got the go-ahead from the main man. If we can get the right numbers, so join us here next week. John Debman, Greg Pollitt, Tom Godwin, fucking Lucas.
Tom Godwin's wife. What's her name? I can't remember his name. Tom's missus. No. Tom's missus.
Rolling.
She used to work in the club.
We're going, folks.
Rolling.
Listen, here's the thing.
Rolling.
Join us next week because we can give you more details on this. Go to the Essential Forever website. Click on, join fucking subscribe, and because we're going to be turning it shortly into we demand an Essential 20-year reunion. We need big fucking numbers on this, folks. So share this like fuck if you want to be there. Zoe, the lot of yous, get your fucking ass there. Click subscribe and share this. But in the meantime, we are living in crazy times. What are we doing?
Watching the blind.
Leading the blind.
And I despair from time to time.
But try and convince myself, baby, everything's fine. Chrissy, please be there to catch me. I screamed out to the floor, but I don't even trust the fucking pavement anymore.
Acapella.
Sometimes you're your own worst enemy. Stop the world, cause I wanna get off. I've reached my tipping point. Enough is enough if I just keep doing what I keep doing. Keep doing what I keep doing.